Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
Look at this. Record.
I know. I
live.
see that.
God damn it.
You're really earning your money tonight.
It's fucking crazy. How you doing, dude?
I am not bad.
Yeah?
Not bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're in a much less pissy mood than the last time that I was here.
Well, my nieces moved to Knoxville.
Yep.
So that's nice.
And I fucking shut up.
Took off half day yesterday from work.
Yeah. So I also feel like that you're happy with the kind of the new studio-esque setup. Not that it's where you want it.
I'm satisfied with where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's an improvement, actually.
Happy is
I
a
kinda
very
like
strong word.
I kind of like the... Oh, yeah. We're never happy. It's stupid. But, yeah. We do need to do something here. I like the T-shirt, but...
Yeah, we'll do something. But I thought, well, we hadn't...
Yeah.
Keeps me from having to hold the T-shirt up and say, we have T-shirts.
Yeah. So housekeeping shit. Friends of the show, we got Trevor Jackson podcast, the Two Brothers podcast, CQ, Pop Culture Warrior.
Yep.
God damn it, who else? I always forget.
Anytime I name somebody, you're like, don't name them.
It's just because they're not friends of the show.
All right. So Andy Harris.
Oh yeah, Andy Harris. Yeah.
And Andy's future father-in-law passed away this week.
Oh shit.
So Gina's dad passed away. So
okay.
Thoughts and prayers. No, I mean, whatever. She's very close with her father, at least from what
I don't care.
Conversations I've had with her seem that way. So
yeah. Well, we're grown people. No. Parents die now. That's just how
that's true.
Fuck it happens.
But
yep. And
anyway.
Anchor's Hair Co. If you like sweet ass hair products for your beard and shit. And then Saints and Sailors, if you like a good barbershop here in Knoxville. And then also whoever cuts your fucking hair and washes it every now and then.
Kristen at Gambuza's.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. I think that's fucking it. Is that everything?
Yes.
Okay. So tonight we have special-ish guest. Yeah.
Half of a special guest.
Half a special guest. So this is Cody from the Redneck Review. How are you, dude?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
You missed one thing.
I did miss one thing.
Yeah.
God damn it. I was almost good. So yeah, we were going to have both of you guys on. You're with the Redneck Review podcast, but your co-host is a little bitch and didn't make it tonight, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, no, he delivers propane for a living and he got called out the last second. I really think it's because he's got a gay brothel he's got to go to, but whatever. Just cover it up with, I've got to work,
Right. I figured that, or the listen to the podcast. He was like, "Fuck those guys." One of the two.
Son of a bitch! I don't want to have to fucking do this show.
Right. So please tell me you have your fucking Reds.
Oh yeah, no, I got a 6-pack, man.
Oh look, so okay,
I'm already through my first one. I mean, 3 of these. I know that Reds is a bitch drink, but I'm telling you right now, if you want to get drunk really cheap and be absolutely hammered, pound a 6-pack in 20 minutes and tell me you don't feel fucked up.
Yeah, but it's also so goddamn sweet.
It is, dude. Like if you drink a ton of them, it's one of the worst hangovers ever. It's like a wine hangover. But I used to drink beer all the time, and it got to the point where it'd take 2 30-packs to get me like over the top. And I had Reds for the first time, and I had like 3 or 4 of them one day, and I was fucking hammered. And I'm like, okay, so I found my new thing to switch to. It's like $8 for a 6-pack, and then you're hammered.
All right. Well, cheers, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys being on.
Cheers. Shit.
Well, I love apple juice.
So good.
Good mixer. Oh.
So you guys are based out of Kansas, yeah?
Correct. Manhattan, Kansas. The Little Apple. It's pretty fucking gay, but that's what they call it. So
The Little Apple. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and their slogan used to be "Come take a bite out of the little apple." I'm like, I'm gonna.
That sounds like a straight up fucking euphemism.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna fucking murder myself. All right, cool. Wait, are you mixing? What's is that
anything? Because we like to drink man drinks. We actually have some Irish whiskey.
We also
here
have whiskey. So
so for anyone listening and not watching, we're
they're not being bitches. I am.
Tullamore Dew as well. So
nice.
Yeah, it's what the boss brought into work for me this last week, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah,
which is funny that you mentioned like we never fucking talk about our. I mean, we'll talk about our jobs very generally, but we'll never fucking mention where we work. For the sake of not getting fired.
Yes, 100%. That is the thing. I talked to my HR lady after I started, and I told her about what we do because we also have a Facebook page that we run that does comedy skits and whatnot.
Right.
And I told her about it, and she's like, just put a disclaimer on your page and you're good, but I don't want to test those waters.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the same. Like the company I currently work for is way more lenient with shit.
Oh yeah.
Like most of the guys I work with would probably be cool with it, but there's a couple of people that wouldn't, but most of them are cool enough they're not going to say shit.
I went to dinner Thursday night with a guy I work with and another guy that's a colleague of ours that works out of California. Is from here, so he's back to visit family. So we all went, had a couple of drinks the other night, and the guy I work with knows that I do a podcast, and the other guy doesn't. And for whatever reason, the guy I work with, without thinking at all, was like, "So who's guesting your podcast this weekend?" I was like, "Fuck off, man! God, man. What the hell?" And so I looked at the other guy, and said, "This stays here. You do not tell anyone this."
Yeah.
So,
dude, it does suck though that you kind of have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that your employer and should be cool with it, but in this day and age, if you do anything that's not just like some self-help bullshit podcast,
right,
you pretty much have to hide it from everybody.
Well, a lot of it's the humor. Like the language and stuff isn't so much, but I mean, you listen to you guys and you joke about what the fuck ever, and there's certain things you just don't, you can't say, and if you do, you can get fucked.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
especially at a company like you work for a much larger corporate type company.
I work for an international large company, and they, in the last several years, they've been in a little hot water over some other things, and they would do anything they can to save face, which would include a very quick conversation with HR telling me I can leave the premises.
Right.
That's the shitty thing about working for a big corporation or something like that. Yeah, you are just a number. So
that's it.
If you fuck up, you're out. See ya. Bye. They don't care about you.
Yep.
So, whereas I basically work for a company of
alcohol
of people that enjoy their beverages and going out and having said beverages. So, it's a good time. I can't say straight up that, hey, I work for a company of alcoholics.
No, you're
because
right.
if it ever does come out,
sure. No, you don't. I don't think you do. I think you work for a company of people that like to drink.
They like to party as hard as they like to work.
All right, there you go.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
So
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Do you get it?
I understood.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we kind of fucked with these guys a little bit because we originally had Jay Nielsen from Forest and Fire,
right?
That wanted to come on when I had originally booked them, and I was like, "Nah, guys, we're gonna move you because he's a way fucking cooler guest."
100%. Yeah, I totally understand that, dude. Like, you get somebody that's actually on national television. Yeah, I'll go fuck myself. That's fine.
Yeah. And then he canceled, and so then I was like, "Well, we can move you again if we want." We just kept the tape.
See, if you let him move. Maybe your
we actually just pulled the same shit because he just got back to me. I was like, "Hey, I got a good date now. We're gonna do this date." And I was like, "Well, dude, I just booked somebody." And he was like, "Well, hold on, let me see what I can do."
Yeah.
Other dude, I was like, "We need to reschedule with you. We got something else that came up, so I just bumped some other dude."
Well, what's funny is when that date rolls around and he's like, "Oh, man,
I can't.
Sorry, bud. shit, bud. Something came up."
Right.
Yeah, it's like, motherfucker. Yeah, no, it just shows how desperate we are, honestly, to be on somebody else's podcast. And I was like, "Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, move us 10 times. I'll just keep rearranging my work week. That's fine."
Totally fine.
Well, it's funny because when you guys contacted us from Matchmaker, right? Is that where?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And you guys are the first ones, at least to my knowledge, that have contacted us that we've booked through Matchmaker.
No.
Who else came through Match? Sticks and Stones did. Okay, well then that sort of nullifies what I was fixing to do. But everyone else, every other podcast we reached out to, we've pitched. Let's do some crossover episodes. Like, let our fans hear you guys, and let your fans hear us, and things like that. And it's never worked out.
Everybody's like, "Yeah, that'd be sweet," and then they'll come on the podcast, and we never fucking hear from them.
And they take our ideas and go and do that shit as well.
No, I fucking hate that shit. Yeah, no, Matchmaker is something I booked. I've only booked you guys and then an Australian podcast.
Okay.
But then the time came and went, and they just never reached out. I was like, all right, cool. So I guess fuck
to me, Matchmaker sounds like a fucking podcast fuck site.
Yeah, 100%.
It's such a terrible name. I get a lot of, I don't know, because I try to check it somewhat regularly, and I've gotten pretty shitty about it. But there's first time there's all kinds of immediate messages of people that are like, "Hey, I want to promote my new self-help book, and let me come." And you obviously haven't listened to anything that we fucking done.
And I wonder if that funeral insurance guy, if they found us through Matchmaker,
possibly.
That was we had someone reach out to us, and the guy wrote a book about funeral planning and like funeral insurance, and wanted to come on and promote his book, and messaged back and forth. And I finally said, have you listened to us? Like, do you understand? And it was secretary, I guess. Yeah. And she messaged back and was like, do you have a link? And I sent a link. And then she promptly messaged back and said, yeah, your audience is not in our demographic. She said, we're what did she say? We're promoting toward boomers, not millennials and Gen Z.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I kind of figured that's why I was trying to tell you. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Well, I had somebody message me about wanting to come on to our show and promote their book. There was some sort of self-help, whatever thing. And I said, you can come on our show if you show me a picture of your butthole. And then they didn't because I've fucking had it with self-help podcasts, books, all that shit. And like, I'm a part of, I don't know if you guys are on Facebook, but I'm a part of several Facebook group for podcasting, especially for guests. And all I see on there, like headshots, like I want to be on somebody's podcast and talk about my book, or, you know, look at my self-help podcast. And I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like split your wrist and then do the world a favor. Oh, you helped yourself.
It's funny to me because when I have scrolled through the Matchmaker looking for guests, like I'll say 96%.
Yeah.
96.3% have because you have like a bunch of categories you can put under your profile, and almost all of them have self-help and sex or sexual health and well-being.
Sure.
Those are the two that are almost all of, and you see the pictures like, yeah, that person's never even like fucking seen a vagina.
Yeah.
You know? And they probably cry when they masturbate. So there's not a lot of self-help going on. Well, I do.
Oh, okay.
That's one of those things too that I've really wanted to. I don't know if you guys have heard of the podcast, Fumbled Penis Podcast.
No. So I heard you mention on one of your episodes.
Yeah, so he's a really good dude, Matt, and him and I kind of clicked right from the beginning. And so like we've been together or talking to each other basically from like episode 5 of his podcast. And so we just bounce ideas off each other. I really want to get on somebody's self-help podcast and just make some bullshit profile, you know, that I can send to someone like, yeah, I want to come on and talk about, you know, this and that, and then get on there, give them about 3 to 4 minutes of usable audio, and then just start just trashing them or just saying shit that they're just going to have to immediately end the interview. And then, then record that on my side and just play a clip. We'll call it, you know, just wage a crusade against them because I can't stand it, dude. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is, we've had issues. We try to be pretty upfront about our content and shit because we've had issues of people not doing any research on who we are or what we do before they come on. And then we get emails like, oh, can you take this down? Can you do this? Can you do that? And you're like, because we don't edit shit. Like we do this, I do the audio and then we spit it out. But we've had one episode that we had to pull entirely, which was we're still both very not happy about that, even looking back. And we had one that we
kept the audio.
I know. But we had one recently that we had to take some shit out of, but which was frustrating. But he's a minor league hockey player here, and like for a team that I like, and so we didn't want to get him like fucking penalized with the league. So it was like, well,
yeah, that's fair. It's not like it's some just random swinging dick that's like, I don't like this. But if it's something where it's something like that, then yeah, that's the proper thing to do.
Yeah. Well, like the guy we have coming on here in a few weeks, the guy that I bumped for Jay is he's a comedian, and he actually is like a career professional fucking comedian, but he's a clean comedian. He works on like
fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah, right. Well, he works on like
I think he's cleaner than Seinfeld.
Yeah, corporate events and shit like that. Yeah, and so I was like, because he booked through our website, we have a whole booking form.
Yeah,
and I have a little checkbox on that. Is you understand that this is an unedited podcast with adult content, language, blah blah. He checked yes, and I was like, I need to talk to this guy first. And I talked to him. He was like, yeah, I cuss. I mean, I probably won't say much, but I don't get my feelings hurt by 4-letter words. And I was like, oh shit, we might have our first walk off with this guy.
We got 6.
So that'll be interesting.
That's interesting. I wonder how. I mean, that's got to be a niche somewhere. You know what I mean? Like a clean content to go work the corporate events. But
yeah,
They're probably never going to be on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like if you just be a gig comic.
I don't know. Nate Bargatze's on Netflix and he's clean.
What is his Jeff?
Oh, you're right.
Who's the fucking puppet guy?
Oh, Jeff Dunham. He's not clean though.
Oh, but he's also not funny. So
Right. Jeff Dunham. He's got like 20 specials and all of them need to go in the garbage.
I guess Jim Gaffigan. He's
Jim Gaffigan is for the most, and Brian Regan.
Yeah, Jim Gaffigan's a funny dude though.
Yeah, but when I think clean comedian, I'll automatically go to Nate Bargatze because he's clean and he is fucking funny.
Okay,
so
he is. Well, that's a good point. Whenever I think clean comedian, I do think Seinfeld or somebody that just somebody else that if you use a cuss word on before or after them, they'd get upset at the show. Especially if you went on before them. That's the people I think when I think clean are just probably like the kind of stuck up people. But you're right, Nate Bargatze is a clean comedian. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he just had a new special come out yesterday, and I need to watch it.
See, I always think of Mark Wilder and Shauna Pierce.
Shauna Pierce.
Yeah, I watched Nate's new special last night. It's pretty good.
Good.
It was outside and whatnot. And he did there's a few helicopters that went over, and he did a good job rebounding from it. So yeah,
good
special.
I'll probably watch it tonight when everyone leaves here. So
okay,
yeah, you're not staying again.
I have no intention on staying again. I woke up limping the next morning and felt really bad about myself.
But your butt didn't hurt.
No,
which tells you I was gentle.
Yeah, I was fucking stretched out as shit from the times before.
If you weren't, you are now.
Lots of lube.
Yeah. Well, it's not even because the size of the dick. It's because the shit you put beside the dick as it goes in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to feel something.
you basically spread the butthole and then you jerk off essentially while you're.
Yeah. Stick that thing that we clean the dog's paws with in there.
Yeah. You just put the fleshlight in and then just go.
That's it. Yeah. So it's totally not gay.
No, you're fucking.
That's a good point. Yeah, if you put a flashlight in there, then you're not actually making contact, and you're
especially if it's a flashlight that's modeled after a specific vagina.
Well, yes, but that all you are at that point is a flashlight holder. That's it.
Yeah, it's not an asshole anymore.
I'm like a fancy candelabra.
That's it. That's exactly right. Perfect. Oh God! So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your podcast, where it came from, because knowing that you're from Kansas and it's called the Redneck Review, I don't think of Kansas as redneck.
Yeah, so that's what
I know it is, but when you say redneck, I immediately think the South.
Yeah.
Oh,
immediately.
Like most people think that whenever they tune into our podcast, we should be talking like this, fucking, I almost went over the top, but, like just some unsavory comedy and stuff like that. We have Southern accents. No, what it actually originated from is what I alluded to earlier. On Facebook, we have a page called Redneck News Entertainment.
Right.
And we've got, 25,000 followers on there. And it's just a group of our friends, and we make content, just skit videos and stuff like that. And then we wanted to turn it into an actual kind of entertainment company. And so we had a bunch of branch off shows. We had a website. And then to start driving traffic towards our website, I started some blogs that promptly fell off. But one of them I called the Redneck Review. And the idea behind it was, well, let's do a podcast over the blog. I'll write a weekly blog, and then we'll do a podcast every week. And then we'll just basically talk about that and then riff on some other shit, whatever. It was meant to be just a supplementary thing. And then my co-host Quint and I started doing it. Then I just immediately stopped making blogs because what's to be a blogger? You know what I mean?
Right.
So we started doing that. And yeah, it's really just Quint has ADHD. He's a bit retarded. And I can basically throw anything at him and he can riff on it. So essentially all of our episodes are about, talking about our dicks, just the normal stuff. And then I'll just choose a random topic to talk about, and we just go off of that. So I mean, it's really just a bunch of slapdick comedy for an hour, and then you're on your merry way. So
we used to try to have some structure, and that's just has never stuck.
Because we never stuck to the structure that we set
exactly.
Either. So yeah. Oh well.
And we need to bring back some games though. We've been lax on that.
Sure, we could. I could have put together a Who's That Racist tonight.
Mostly because it all falls on you all the time. So.
Yeah, mostly.
I don't do. I do more lately. Since we kissed and made up and had our little thing, then I've gotten better.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for acknowledging my efforts.
You're welcome. I don't know what do you want me to say.
That's all I wanted to hear.
There's a lot of sexual tension here, and I just need to see you guys' dicks real quick. We'll have the contest, and then we'll get out of the way.
Oh, there's no contest. They're both
No.
very, very small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we went dick to dick, right? I mean, I don't think I think
My dick would touch your balls and your dick would touch mine.
Our,
Like, it's perfect.
our stomachs would touch before our
Well, we
dicks.
both used to have big dicks, but what happened is the first few times of us trying to ram it into each other's asshole, it just really kind of
just started the growth.
right. It really, I mean, it's just, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you guys measure from the balls? Because in my opinion, measuring from the balls still counts. You know what I mean?
All right. Here you go.
You measure from the taint, my friend.
You measure from, you go balls to the tip. All right.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah. Do you
Hold on a
get
minute.
the balls out of the way?
Here you go. Let's once around the balls, just past the tip.
Yeah.
Once around the balls, just past the tip.
See, I always think taint to tip because that's technically where the shaft starts, way on down there.
It starts way back farther than that, up inside there.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's the most accurate.
Did you know that you guys can actually get an extra 3 to 4 inches out of your gooch surgically?
Yeah, but you run the risk of it not getting fully erect.
Yeah. So see, you can pay money for that, but I also have an idea. So instead of paying a surgeon to do that, just get a 50s era desk fan. You know what I mean? Like to, keep you cool. Take the blades off and then just throw your hog onto like the spinning part, and then it'll spin fast enough that will catch your dick up in it and it'll rip that extra 3 to 4 inches out, and you saved a ton of money.
Gotcha.
And your dick's now longer.
I really thought there was going to be some usable content there. For
I think it's a solid theory.
That's a solid theory, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to take notes until you said a 50s desk fan. I was like, well, there's no point.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
Just fucking throw that in the wind. Yeah.
So on Instagram now they've gotten, I've seen quite a few of them recently, and even on the some Google ads. I guess I'm targeted. I'm in the age group, but
Right.
they have the at-home hormone testing now, or testosterone testing. So it's kind of like when the Hims and shit came out, where you could put in a thing, they'd call you and you could do a little thing like, oh yeah, we'll send you some fucking boner pills. Well, they have that now, except they send you a home testosterone kit testing, and if it's low, they'll send you goddamn fucking testosterone shots.
We should do that. We should have a contest
already.
Oh fuck. We should do it like right here on air and see who has the highest or lowest testosterone.
Well, it doesn't test in person. You have to send.
Oh, you have to send it off.
Yeah, you don't have lab equipment to test
I
hormone.
understand that, but maybe
counts
just
for
pee on a
testosterone.
stick. I don't know.
No,
Do
you have
Do you
to. Okay,
jack off or what? Like, do you jack off into a cup or?
I wish it wasn't that fun. No, they send you the kit, and it's got the little finger lances, and so you got 2 pads or 2 like cardboard strips with these pads on it, and you stab that thing into your fucking finger, and then you drop blood onto it, like 4 to 5 drops of blood, and then it goes through, and then you send it off, and they test your shit. But I'm betting, since they're doing this for home testing, they're going to be like, oh yeah, you totally have low testosterone. Let me send you some testosterone, which I'm fucking stoked about, because fucking I'll get so fucking skinny so fast.
You think so?
With the higher testosterone, fucking bump that metabolism back up.
I'm thinking of all the ways this goes wrong.
Oh,
for
it's
you.
gonna go poorly. There's no doubt about that, but I'm gonna look good.
Okay.
Mentally unstable, but rip as fuck.
You'll look really fucking good at that 3rd divorce hearing.
No, I've taken testosterone before, just like some natural testosterone booster. I had to jack off 2 to 3 times a day, otherwise my balls actually hurt.
That's about normal, right?
No, not normal at all, because I had taken pills before that, and then I got this stuff that I was in the military at the time, and it was like something you could buy at the PX, and so it's supposed to be like not anything crazy. And I was
but how old were you?
24, 23.
Well,
23.
fuck shit. There you go. I mean, you take anything that might slightly elevate testosterone at 23, and you're going to be fucking everything or jerking off too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it really was first thing in the morning, in the afternoon, and then post workout, then sometimes at night. Otherwise, it hurt. It was not good.
How long were you in? Speaking of jerking off a lot,
I was in for 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I was Army.
Fag.
Says the coast.
You look like a Coast Guard dude.
He is.
I was a Coast Guard.
Yeah, I can tell. You got a little cum right here. Yeah. No, I was an engineer, a carpentry and masonry engineer, vertical engineer, and then the last 2 years I was a geospatial engineer.
Look at you.
Yeah. So basically, I joined being like, oh, when I get out, I can get a job in construction, and just no, I did not. I chose the wrong job. I should have gone military intelligence, because that pays the fucking bills.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, I was heavily disappointed in my career choice. I mean, it's worked out in the long run,
Right.
but I'd have made way more money way fucking sooner had I just gone a slightly different path,
Yeah. Well, I did get lucky enough, though. Right after I got out, I got picked up by DynCorp International.
Okay.
So I went over to Kuwait and did a contract. I got paid 6 figures to sit on my fucking dick for 58 hours a week and play RuneScape on my computer.
Yeah, dude. Fucking overseas contract work is where the fuck is at. If you can handle it, you make so much goddamn money.
Yeah, I had my own apartment, own vehicle. Lived off post. I mean, it's Kuwait, so it's fucking hot. But yeah, I would go. Me and another dude, we had our own little trailer that only we had the code to. Even our superintendent didn't have the code to it. Nice. And then it was Netflix and RuneScape, and then all I had to do was escort some third country nationals or whatever every once in a while, and that was it. So yeah. It was a good time. Yeah.
See, my career field in the Coast Guard, there's not a lot of overseas contracting work there. It's some, but I was also, I had a lot of poor relationship decisions, over the period of time. So, going through the second divorce at the tail end of my time in did not help my prospects for that. So
I hate to, no, go ahead. What you're fixing to say?
We're jerking each other off here, dude.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would were you really in the military if you didn't get cheated on or divorced at least once?
At least once.
Or have an alcohol problem? Yeah, no, I totally feel you, man, because every time I go to a party or something like that, if I meet someone that's in the military, you either like them or you don't. If you hate them, fuck that dude. But if you like them, just shut it down. The next 5 hours, they're going to sit around and talk about the military. So yeah, I don't want to hijack your guys' show talking about that.
No, that's fine. I was going to say, you didn't say what we were drinking next week.
Oh, God damn it. I didn't. Next week's alcohol, I'm going to try to announce ahead of time. So, the 3 people that really love us can drink with us during the shows. I got us some fucking shit ass Paddy's Irish whiskey.
At least it's Irish.
It is Irish, and it's pretty goddamn decent. It's $20 a bottle.
All right. Paddy's.
Have you guys been to Ireland at all?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been over there a couple times. Fucking love it.
I was at like high school, so it doesn't count.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, Coast Guard wise, I don't get didn't get to do a lot of overseas, traveling.
Yeah. What'd you do in the Coast Guard? And then we can move on to something else.
I was in electronics techs, like navs and comms and shit. Worked on all that stuff.
Oh, you can go work for the Navy though, because it's basically the same ships, aren't they?
No, but a lot of the same equipment. Navy's just so fucking big. They have contract ship, but I did most of my time in Alaska and a little in Hawaii at the end. But yeah, but it's worked out in the long run. I've managed to bullshit my way into a decent job at this point in my life.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just slap that military service on there, and they're like, "Oh, I want to suck your dick."
Well, yeah, I was medically discharged as well, like honorable but medical, and so I got that fucking protected veteran stamp, and so that goes a long goddamn ways.
Hell yeah! Do you get 100% through the VA?
No, thank God, because 100% you have an income cap over the top of it. I got 70, so I can.
That's honestly the best, because that's like what, $2,600 a month or something like that instead of the full 3.
Not quite at 80 or 90. It would be mine. It's I think it's like 17, but it's enough to pay like the mortgage and utilities and shit. So
yeah, exactly. And then everything else you make, you just blow it on hookers.
Yeah, or things for my wife.
No, that too. Of course.
I'm on my 3rd, but this one's lasted like 8,
almost as long as the other 2 together, or is it
longer than the first 2 combined? So
nice.
Yeah.
Somehow, I wouldn't have stayed with me this long.
No, but you did do a very human thing.
What's that?
So your wife posted, occasionally has her blog or whatever you want to. I don't know what she would label it as, whatever.
Yeah.
She had a very insightful post a few weeks ago about growing up poor and things like that. And honest, like, I read it and I hate reading. And I told her this is like, I hate reading and I couldn't quit reading this.
Yeah.
And really identified with what she was talking about, and there was a particular handbag that she really liked, and you found it online and bought it for her. And that's a very human thing to do. And you are not very human most of the time.
I am not very human.
You are an excellent gift giver.
That's exactly it.
But there still has to be some human properties to be a good gift giver. To keep that in your mind and do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. Dude, it's I've told you, it's a fucking formula. Like, it's super easy to fucking.
Yes, but the human side makes you decide to do that. Decide to carry that out.
See, you're giving me way too much credit.
That's fine.
No, because you realize that, like, getting credit for things and getting pats on the back, the desire for that is not necessarily human. It's just fucking everybody likes praise and worship. And if you do things that get you that,
some praise and worship, man.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Third Day, fucking Insiders, ska, praise and worship record. So much good stuff.
I'm more like old school.
Oh yeah,
like holy, holy, holy. Go tell it on the mountain.
I got you. The old hymns. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, it's not that human, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Whatever.
Yeah,
that's a nice gesture.
Yeah, thanks.
It was.
You get kudos from the audience.
Yeah, thank you. Will, we're ignoring you entirely because I say God damn it too much.
And you can't spell Gabe's name right. Oh, bless you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
look at the pro muting his mic when he sneezes.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, my sneeze is obnoxious and got me sent to the principal's office several times in high school.
Well, your sneeze isn't the only thing that's obnoxious, my friend.
Your partner is as well.
Yeah, I'm fucking loud as shit.
Here's what I want to know about, because you can talk shit about your partner because he's not here. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't even if he was here, but he is so fucking loud. It sounds like he's blowing that microphone.
He fucking does, dude. Like,
is he doing it on purpose, or is he just that oblivious?
He's just that oblivious. Like, okay. Quint is, and I've described him on our podcast before. He's basically the Tom Cruise of our podcast. I do all the behind the work stuff or behind the scenes stuff, get everything set up in the studio. I buy the shit. I, set up interviews and all that shit. All Quint has to do is walk through the door, sit down, and talk. That is his one job, and he does a great job of it. Like, it might be, we go live at 7:30 every Friday. It might be 7:28, and he walks in, and then his phone's always fucking dead for whatever reason. I don't understand. And then he walks in and just sits down and then proceeds to talk. But like, so on the Roadcaster, you set the level. Mine's 42. I put Quint's at 36. And most of the time he's below that little bar, whatever that you're supposed to keep the levels in between.
Right. And
he still manages to peak the fucking mic. And then so we've got a good condenser on there. But still, in post, I'm like, this fucking guy.
Every time it sounds like he grabs it with two hands and just like, and just like yelling into it.
Talks like this, and so it's like super awful.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, he just gets excited and he gets up on it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he has deep throated the mic a couple times.
Yeah.
But he is loud, just like I am. And yesterday we were doing our show, and we had on a comedian as well. And I stopped to think about it during the middle of the stream because I had to have I had to turn down my headphones because our guest was coming through the computer super loud. I realized we were sitting there shouting, like both Quint and I were shouting. And our studio is a modified shop. And I'm like, if someone's standing outside right now, they're hearing us yell about our dicks at like 20 volume. And somehow these microphones are good enough that they don't ever peak out. But yeah, I was like, I put my ear to the side. I'm like, yep, we're yelling super loud.
That's one of the most frustrating things, I think, because you guys' podcast actually sounds really good because because the fucking Roadcasters are awesome. Yeah. And I get, depending
it's not
on
because you guys do anything. It's the Roadcasters.
Yes,
100% not. That's why I spent all the money. I was like, I've listened to so many podcasts or tried to actually give people the benefit of the doubt on Facebook if they post their podcast. If I like the title, I might listen to it, but it sounds like they're talking through a potato. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Even if your topics are good, if you have shitty audio, most people just turn it off because it's so hard to listen to somebody that doesn't have good audio. So that's why I made a decision to upgrade like really early on.
So we're probably in some of the same like podcast Facebook groups. It's amazing to me how many times someone says you should get a snowball or you should get a Yeti. And I'm like, Are you out of your mind? For the same price, you can actually get a decent mic.
I said I've had a snowball. It took me fucking days to get the taste out of my mouth.
Yeah, yellow, but
I don't understand that. People recommend those all the time. Just get a good USB mic. Like there's not really a such thing. There's decent USB mics. There's not really a good USB.
Well, the thing is, like, you can make all that shit sound good if you're decent. I mean, just saying, if you know what
you're
you're
going
doing.
out buying a snowball or a Yeti to do a podcast, you probably don't know how to make it sound good.
Right. But I
mean, most of these cocksuckers, they're using GarageBand or Audacity to do edits.
Oh, God, Audacity. Fuck Audacity.
Yeah, and like I use Final Cut Pro because I do video editing on the side as well. So I've got a pretty good audio shit built into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've posted on there before, like just bite the bullet and get either a Shure or get a what you guys use,
Rode pod mics.
Yeah, because don't do it right off the bat, because most podcasts, they go 3-10 episodes and then just give up. But if you've made that commitment, invest in your hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've posted before, like, just buy a Shure, all that stuff. And then I got into an argument with somebody like, well, we're not all white and can afford microphones. Like, here we fucking go, bro.
Yeah,
we're not all
that whole white privilege shit. I'm like, no, I'm sorry that I just invested in my hobby. You can find ways. Like if you go to B&H Photo, you can get 24-month 0% interest-free financing.
Sweetwater card.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because if you buy the pack, it's like what, $900?
If you get that with the mics and shit, it's around that. What I did is I bought the mics later, but I initially bought the Rodecaster with like the gator case thing that comes with it, with like the pre-cut foam and all that shit, and it was an SD card, and I think it was like right at 800, I think, for that.
Yeah, I don't.
But you can get a pack that's got 2 mics, the boom stands, the headphones, all that shit for like $1,200.
Yeah,
and that's
a lot of money.
Good starter kit, like really good, because like we were talking before the show. You can actually, the settings on the Rodecaster will allow you to get the mics you guys are using to sound pretty close to a Shure. I mean, it's not going to be as dynamic, but it's going to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Right. And for minimal effort, like you can, any type of XLR microphone, you can plug into this motherfucker and you're going to sound better than 90% of amateur podcasts just immediately.
And you automatically separate yourself from the field by doing that. You know what I mean? Like you might be saying stupid shit, but they're going to hear you say stupid shit in HD.
No, exactly. I mean, I still, like you saying, I'd still do all of our audio mixing and post, just because we both kind of audio nerds with our background. And so even before we got the Rodecaster, we were running like regular like Sennheiser mics, but into an interface, into Logic, and then I was mixing everything, after the fact. But anyway, but the Rodecaster is just so easy, and I've had a couple people that have told me like, oh, how do we do that? And I'm same thing, like, just buy a fucking Rodecaster. Like if you're serious about doing the podcast, get a Rodecaster. It's $700, and then when the podcast ends and you and your co-host aren't friends anymore, you still have a fucking sweet piece of gear to go solo.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can sell it, because these things are in high fucking demand.
Yeah. And like resale value is still like close to $500.
Yeah. So you're only losing $200. You know what I mean? And these Shures, they're $430, something like that new. I'd still ask for $400, because I mean it's still there. It's not no such thing as a used Shure unless you fucking beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, like an SM58 or some shit like that. But anyway, I think this is one of the, like, as far as any type of live audio goes on an amateur level, like obviously this isn't going to compare with like a professional broadcast setting, but still they're fucking fantastic.
Well, I gotta. Sorry, do you want to go ahead?
No, I was just gonna say, a lot of the podcasts that I listen to that are people with money and spend the money on it that sound really good, like I think our audio rivals that easy. I mean, I don't think Joe Rogan's audio sounds any better than ours, honestly. I mean, and he spends shitloads of money on that stuff.
Well, but the difference is the distance he has from the microphones and the setup in the room and all that shit. But
I get that.
Yeah.
I still think most of those don't sound any better than ours,
fucking
audio
crazy.
Quality wise.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I did have a question. Have you guys figured out how to put fucking voice modifiers on your Rodecaster?
Like what type of voice?
Like shit where you can. There's plenty of free apps out there that you can change the way your voice sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Other than like no temporary ones. You'd have to like permanently, like I should say permanently, but like statically modify the EQ settings and shit like that. Like you can do it post, obviously super easy. But as far as live, it's nothing that the Rodecaster can do. Kind of like you can't do any panning with it. You can't do left and right channels. Which I've nerdily enough have actually Rode has occasionally these suggestion things, and I've put in more than once suggested directly to Rode, add panning.
Yeah.
Well, so now we've sucked Rode's dick for a while.
Right.
Yeah, super hard. Just
yeah.
So what podcasts are you into? You say you listen to some podcasts. What are you into?
Yeah, I'm super into podcasts. Actually drives my wife nuts because she is all about music and I'm all about podcasts. So
it's kind of the same with my wife here.
Yeah.
So he's all into music and I'm into podcasts. So
yeah, like it drives me nuts when we have to listen to music in the car, and it drives her nuts when we have to listen to podcasts. So I'm super big into, dude, I'm kind of a basic white bitch when it comes to podcasts. I've got like the Lex Friedman podcast, and then I got my political podcast, just the Daily Wire, all their shows, Timcast, Legion of Skanks, Bill Burr's podcast, the Monday Morning Podcast, and then Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and his wife.
You go.
Bill Burt podcast, the Come Town, Supernatural, Crime Junkie. I fucking hate myself for that one. If we're being honest, I hate the fucking host, but they have good storytelling. I fucking hate.
You hate yourself for Crime Junkie, but you're perfectly fine with Daily Wire.
Yeah. Hey, right. It's all about what you're into. But
I guess so. Yeah.
Two Bears, One Cave, FOMO Penis podcast, Joe Rogan, of course, but.
You actually made a list in case you were asked this question, didn't you?
No, he's going through his phone.
I thought you were like reading off a fucking sheet.
He's reading off his phone. Yeah,
I'm reading off my phone. And then the Uninformed podcast. It was Bill Burr and his fucking buddy.
They haven't had a new episode of that in 2 years.
No. Yeah, but I go back and I listen to them.
Okay.
Just like if there's no new episodes out, because I go back to all the podcasts that I listen to. I listen to all their episodes. If they don't have anything new out, then I just go back and listen to one of their episodes again, because there's usually enough time in between that I don't remember what they talked about. So, yeah, basically you got your politics in there, a little bit of true crime shit, and then just comedy. So
have you tried? I'm sure you haven't. The one single podcast that I found that I liked that I've
Time Suck.
Yeah,
no,
dude, it's so good.
It's hard for me to find time to get another podcast in. I already have to bump other things way down the road when we have guests that have podcasts, because I have to listen to them.
Gotcha. You don't have to.
No, I do. I mean,
it's good legwork, but you don't have to.
I get it. I'm not going to die if I don't, but I should. I should put it that way. I should do it.
Yeah, you should. I've definitely had some guests before where I didn't listen to their shit before, and then kind of stepped on their toes, and I was like, well, sorry. If I talk about something that you already talked about, then just tell your story again,
Right.
Well, the thing is, though, is like you're coming on a podcast, you're being exposed to a new audience. So, God damn it, retell the fucking story.
No, I agree with that. Yes.
But
so you named 4 or 5. You named 4 or 5 that are in my my subscriptions. Like,
yeah, when he messaged us, it was all Your Mom's House.
I know, and I told you exactly what to message back, and you didn't do it.
No, I told him. I said I don't remember. So fuck it.
You don't remember yet. It's right there on your phone where I text it to you.
I didn't have it.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, I love YMH. I found them like 3 or 4 years ago, and they've absolutely exploded.
I found them through Bert and Tom's first weight loss challenge. I listened to the results on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I said, this Tom Segura is pretty fucking funny. So I went and listened to Your Mom's House and was like, this is great. I mean, it's all stupid comedy, but it's fun. It's the same shit you would say to your friends if you have no filter or whatever, the same shit you'd laugh at.
Exactly. And I feel like him and Christina have it's funny though, when I listen to their podcast and they have guests on, live in Seattle, Joe Coy. He was a prime example. They always, whenever they're interviewing someone, they'll tell Tom he's really funny, and then they realize like, oh, and you're funny too, Christina. Christina gets fucking like the backhand all the time, but I feel like she's like, I don't give a fuck. He's way more successful than him, but we also have like, a multi-million-dollar house, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She's perfectly fine with him going out and making all the money he makes and her raising their 2 kids. She's perfectly fine with that.
Which I like Christina on the podcast, but have you watched any of her stand-up specials?
Some of it, and it's hit or miss with me.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of her stand-up, but I like her on there. But Bert, I don't really like Bert. I like his.
You don't like his stand-up, or you don't like him on the podcast?
I don't like him on podcasts. I like him on his stand-up. But the thing that I don't like about Bert, like on Two Bears One Cave, and some other and his own personal podcast, is he's like super high anxiety about shit, and then it makes me worry about it gives me anxiety because I'm the same way as him. He'll start worrying about shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm listening to you, so I don't have to worry about that. And then
he's so he so jumps constantly all over the place. And I listen to Two Bears for Tom's reaction to Bert.
Yes.
I like Bert. His stand-up is enjoyable. I don't ever listen to his own podcast unless he has a guest that I'm interested in. But Two Bears every week, and it really is, like I said, it's Tom's reaction to Bert
Did
what's
you,
so fun.
Watch their Two Bears live on New Year's Eve?
No, I did not watch that. I haven't bought any of the live stuff, but yeah,
that was the second one. I did Your Mom's House live, the first one, I believe, and then I watched the Two Bears New Year's Eve one. And Tom was ready to go, like, I don't know, an hour and a half before they actually ended. And Bert was just fucking hammered. And he reminded me so much of my friends where I'm at the bar and I'm ready to go home. And he's like, no, let's just keep it going. And Tom's like, fucking whatever. And the last like 15 or 20 minutes was them just listening to music and Tom trying to end it. And Bert be like, no, we're going to keep fucking going.
Feel free to jump in whenever.
Now you guys are jerking each other off. So that's
but it's legitimate, important stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's not military shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm trying to find a way to just power slide in between you guys and just start, going to town. So
that's about where we are.
You don't have to find a way. Just step right in. It's fine.
Yeah, just step right in. Start just cupping the balls and just creating space with nuts. It's fine.
So my desperate attempt to fit in the podcast world, and it's because a buddy of ours suggested it, and I listened and I actually like it. So, but it's called Time Suck with Dan Cummins. It's he's the stand-up dude, not nearly as big as the other guys, but it's they do everything from like true crime shit to government stuff, serial killers, stuff like that. That shit's fucking awesome. Like it's I love it. I love it so much.
See me? I pulled up a new tab. I didn't know if it was still recording me or not.
It is. You just got dark.
There you
are.
Yeah. Nope. I just looked it up. All right. Yeah. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. It's good. It's good shit.
And I will give the Daily Wire a shot. No.
Yeah. Hey, we are in Kansas. Okay. It's a conservative.
We're in Tennessee. What the hell do you? What's the difference?
I thought you guys were in New York. I thought you guys were.
No, you thought we were in New York?
Yeah, dude. I have guests scheduled out till May. Okay, and I try and keep everyone.
Oh, look at me! I'm with the Redneck Review. I don't know who my guests are. I got.
First off,
okay,
we're not your guests. First off, we're not your guests.
No, you're correct. I am your guest.
You stepped on stage and said, "Thank you, Detroit." Hey, it's Cleveland, man. Oh my.
Oh fuck yeah. No, but no, I thought you guys were from New York because I try and
because we sound like New Yorkers, don't we?
Yeah, just New Yorkers. Well, my buddy, Quint does. He is dating a Jewish girl, and her parents are from just outside Philadelphia, but they right outside of Philly, but they moved from Brooklyn, I think. And her dad has got a super hardcore New York, Brooklyn, Jewish Italian accent. And so Quint, every time he tries to do an East Coast accent, it just turns into just a Jewish Italian guy.
That's funny. She didn't look Jewish.
Yeah, the thing about his is, he's got a really bad credit score, but he started dating her, and it automatically went up 500 points. That's the benefit.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah.
See, I wanted the opposite effect. That's why I married who I married.
Nice.
But yeah. So I don't know. Daily Wire's not terrible, I guess. I mean, it just depends if you agree with him or not. I try and listen to do you listen to Pod Save America?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I try and listen to
shaking his head that he listens to Pod Save America.
He does?
Yes. He does.
I try and give both sides a fair shake. I just can't stand those dudes. It's not their content. It's just their voices. I can't.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But
Yeah, didn't
It's
he
not
just
the
say it's like,
pinko
I'm from
commie
Kansas,
bastards. It's just their
we have
voice.
to be conservative. It's like, yeah, like fucking being from Kansas has anything to do with your conservative ass.
Right.
hey, I don't live in a big city. And that's
I'm surprised I don't see a rebel flag behind you.
Little stars and bars background.
You know what? If I wanted to be on the losing side, then I would have chosen that flag. But
Hey, man, it's going to rise again.
That's what they've been saying for a while now.
dude, I'm really into you guys into conspiracies though?
Sure,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, I really like conspiracies, and there's quite a few conspiracies surrounding like the South rising again and whatnot, especially right after the Civil War.
Mhm.
So like I like listening to those, or you'll see it in movies pop up occasionally. Like after the Civil War, they went out to like the Texas territories and stuff like that and tried to like revive the South and whatnot. I know it's shit that's interesting, but yeah, no, I don't have rebel flag. Because like they lost.
I was really expecting like some type of conspiracy theory.
Oh
like,
yeah, I know. I realized in the middle of that I
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's actually just history that a lot of people from Tennessee moved to Texas after the
Right,
Civil
it's like,
War.
yeah, I'm all in conspiracy theories after the fucking Civil War. These guys it was fucking crazy,
Just
man.
left the South,
Can you
moved to
believe that
Texas.
yeah.
Called themselves 49ers.
No, I totally realized in the middle of that I couldn't remember one, so I just had to try and find a way out. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah, you did poorly, sir.
I did really bad. Okay, that's the thing where our show either it hits or it doesn't.
They moved to Texas and they said one day there's going to be a northern president. We're going to fucking shoot his ass in Dallas. Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
This is what happens whenever I start drinking. All right, I'm
drinking Reds.
You become less funny?
I know I just don't think the stuff out properly. So if I was trying to do a setup for something, it just goes out the fucking window.
I don't think things through ever.
No, you don't.
Rarely do I ever.
No. Oh, God.
So
Well,
how old are you guys anyway?
So I'm 27 and
younger than I thought.
yeah, and Quint's 25. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have put him in his 20s just by his voice and how he
Sure.
spoke.
I would put him
I
in
would
his
have
late
put you-
20s.
I
I'd
would
have put him
put you
about
a-
32.
Yeah.
Me about 32.
Yeah, I would have put you as the one that that's grooming him, for for sexual favors later.
It was really easy to groom him actually. After
Right.
about 2 weeks, he started sucking my dick, and then I told him, just don't tell mom, and we're good.
Right.
This is our little secret time.
Right.
That dude, he is fucking off his rocker though, because he got put on some new medication for I don't even fucking know what, but he's definitely like an ADHD type of dude, and the new meds that he got fucking made him even more scatterbrained, which I don't understand how that works, but
Right.
So, does he do any kind of stand up or anything like that, open mics or anything?
So he actually does do open mics. He's told me a few stories of his open mics, and it sounds like it leaves a lot to be desired. He's had his mic turned off on him 2 or 3 times.
Really?
Yes. Well, Quint wears overalls all the time, and it's not just like a thing that he wears for our show. Overalls, no t-shirt, quite often, and he's rolled it up to a few open mics right after work in that outfit, and then tried to do jokes, and then just with the Manhattan is kind of more of a blue area, and then it's surrounded by red. And so Quentin has gone in and tried to do some jokes that aren't necessarily politically correct, but not over the top. And the crowd was just not about it. But I've considered getting up on stage, but I was talking about it last night with our guest because he's an actual professional comedian. And I don't think I would be very good. Like, I feel doing the podcast has allowed me to channel that kind of wannabe energy, I guess, to get up on stage. But I don't think it could translate directly to the stage. So I feel like I would get up there and try and just rely on a bit that we did on the podcast and it just fall flat.
Right. Yeah.
Have you guys ever done any stand up or anything like that?
No, we set a date one time, and then you ended up having on that Sunday that we were going to do it. You had to drive your kids back to North Carolina spontaneously.
I've been waiting on
They don't do it anymore there.
Well, they have other ones around.
Oh, do they?
So, yeah, I'm sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
I could Google, bitch.
fuck Google. That's fucking communist bastard.
Tracking our every move.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll go to one.
Yeah.
He takes that though, like that much more like preparation wise, much more
Yeah.
seriously than I would. Like you'd want to feel very prepared going on stage,
absolutely.
where I just walk the fuck up to shoot from the hip.
You just want to get up there and go, bitches. And then just start talking.
2020. Am I right?
Yeah. But no, that's exactly what I would do. Quint has tried to prepare 5 minutes, and I don't think I could fill a full 5 minutes. I would get up there and just try, like I said, something from the podcast, or just get up there and be like, "Oh, I'm funny." No, I'm not. And just absolute crickets out in the audience.
Yeah. Well, that's going to happen at least once or twice anyway.
Yeah.
There's no way to just crush it from the beginning.
Yeah, statistically, it'll happen your first time.
Yeah.
Statistically, you're not. You're going to just bomb your first time.
Right.
But it could happen.
And see, that's the thing. I have such a need to be liked by people, like subconsciously, that I'm just like, yeah, I'm not. It's not for me. I'm not going to do it again.
But that's the thing though, is it depends on how much of a craving for that you have. It's either you bomb the first time, it's like, oh no, they're going to love me. And you keep working, or you're just like, well, that sucked, I quit.
Well, if you go up and you bomb, you just have to start berating the audience. And somebody's going to laugh about it.
That's what I talked about it last night. Like, I feel like I would get up on stage and then no one would start laughing, and then I just pull out a gun. You guys are going to laugh. laugh, or it's about to be pulsed up in here.
Right.
Oh,
Aurora.
Yeah, but
back.
But yeah,
he just bit back a joke, and I'm guessing to do with the recent Georgia shootings. But you
Probably.
you got to be somewhat politically correct.
Which I actually did want to talk about those on the second half.
Did you?
I have thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, but not yet.
Is your thought? Look, this dude had a bad day. Is that your thought?
Josh Groban playing in the background, you know. That was Josh Groban, right?
No, it was not Josh Groban.
Sang that song. Had a bad day, whatever.
I can't think of his name.
Josh Groban.
It's not Josh Groban.
But it also sounds like something you could have him, you know.
I said that because like the sheriff of that general area or whatever said, listen, this guy had a bad day. Right. It's like, no, I mean, I get it.
Daniel Powder.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's Daniel Powder.
Yeah,
so
my bad. It sounds like some shit that Josh Groban would sing, is what I'm saying.
I don't think so. I disagree with you on that.
Really?
Does not sound like his music at all.
I just meant the name Josh Groban.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone that would sing
just
that
some random guy named Josh Groban would sing a song like that. I got you. All right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned this the other day, and this will be the one time that I say anything positive that maybe he will benefit from. But you said this the other day about how at least one, I think it's your partner. I think it's Cody's partner, Quentin, reminds you of Hunter.
Yeah.
And I was thinking Hunter would actually probably be a pretty good guest for them.
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Hunter's a piece of shit.
But he does have a big dick.
Sounds like, whoa, he's not going to fit in then, because we've got very small dicks.
I've told this story on more than one occasion, but he hasn't heard the story. But Hunter, I found out randomly had an OnlyFans account. He might still have an OnlyFans account. Right. And he had been a guest. And so I subscribed to it for $5 for a month just to see. Motherfucker had a dick the size of my fucking forearm. It is.
Jesus Christ.
It makes up for any like piece of shittery he is.
Is he dumb? Is he lower on the spectrum?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, I was just talking about this with Quint the other day. I don't understand, like, that extra chromosome must have big dick energy built into it.
I don't think he has an extra chromosome.
No, he doesn't have extra chromosome.
Just stupid.
I know, but like I had dudes in my at my high school that had an extra chromosome. Yeah. And then they were in my same like gym class, and so we'd be in the locker room, hogs, bro. Like thick, meaty hogs. And I'm like, what is going on?
Do they look different?
I was just assuming he was.
I get passed over, and this dude is sitting here rocking like a 10-inch, like 3-inch round dick. Like, what's going on? He's using it to beat on drums all day, and I'm sitting here like, I got a small dick. I feel uncomfortable in front of girls, you know?
It's funny. See, I didn't really, and I guess I did. I was younger, but it's funny. Like, not many dudes really ever embrace the fact, at least white dudes, that have that hey, I have a really fucking average to small dick. Like, not a lot of dudes just embrace that fact.
Yeah.
I did a long fucking
I'm
time
very
ago.
run of the mill.
Right. I have a very average Caucasian penis, and I'm okay with that.
You will neither talk positively or negatively about me to your friends.
it'll be like, you see that guy's dick, you're gonna be like, yeah. that's what it's
sure.
You would quickly see it and then forget about me because it was
yeah, like Josh Groban.
Exactly, like Josh Groban.
Josh Groban of dicks.
Yeah, so
No, but for real, the dude has a giant fucking dick, and so he would be a good guest.
so was it just him just railing chicks, or what was it?
He says he is, but I don't think that's true.
Well, he's got a girlfriend now for a while.
On his OnlyFans, what was his content? Was it just pictures of his dick?
His dick and him stroking said dick. That was basically it.
So he had only male subscribers.
Guys,
yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, hell, fucking, it's. I don't know. You could do anything, honestly, with the fucking shit nowadays. You could sell, old underwear, use socks, feet pics, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
So, my wife said something the other day. She said, that there are some people that have an OnlyFans and it's just for like them to show their feet off. And I said,
yeah,
what?
Seriously, foot fetish shit.
I didn't know that. no, I
check your bank account. There's only like $100 a month coming out of there.
Said, absolutely. I mean, that's a big deal. Like feet stuff is a big deal. And she was like, that's insane to me because feet are like completely gross her out or whatever. And I said, you wouldn't send somebody a photo of your feet, no face attached or anything like that, if they said, I'll give you $100 for a picture of your feet. She said, no. So why
Jesus
not?
Christ.
She said, because that's gross. I was like, you're not jerking off to your feet.
Right.
They are.
Jesus.
So
go ahead. What?
Would you let your wife sell feet pics, her used underwear, or like socks? Would you guys be cool with that? Like if there's no face,
if she wants to do it, I'm fine with it.
Dude,
I wouldn't pressure her.
Amanda and I were talking about this just a few days ago because she has fucking adorable fucking feet, and she was like, "I can make a killer."
She does.
And she was just saying if it wasn't for her tattoos, she has tattoos that go down on her feet. She was like, "I probably wouldn't have it." I was like, "I don't
makeup."
Care. Yeah,
makeup cover them up.
Yeah, it's like she goes, "I'll go fucking step in some mud and take pictures and shit." And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah, we've talked about that
maybe even get a little video of her stroking your dick.
No, I've talked to my wife about that before.
For scale,
right?
I've talked to my wife about that before. I'm like, because are girls that make like $50,000 a month selling their feet pics, and then that's like probably the top end of the spectrum. But there are still girls, if you have decent feet or even ugly feet. I saw like a documentary or something like that on Netflix or online. This girl that was like, yeah, I sell feet pics for a living, and she started like this whole network.
Documentary.
Yeah, and her feet were like, I'm not really that into feet at all, but her feet just, I don't know, they look like mine, like some fucking hobbit feet, Yeah. And she was still making a shit ton of money. I talked to my wife. I'm like, yeah, you could definitely, I'd be all right with it. I mean, it's a little weird, because that someone's jacking off to your wife, but I mean, they're probably doing that anyways.
Right.
Yeah, but if she's going to make like, an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, yeah, who gives a fuck?
So I asked my wife that, would you sell or sell your underwear or whatever? She's like, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, why not? Somebody just sends you a request and says, hey,
they don't have to know what you look like. They don't see your face.
You don't have to have your face attached to it at all. You just they send you a couple $100. You send them a pair of underwear you wore around that day. She's like, no. That's just, I just can't. No, wouldn't do it.
What if you just send out tidy whities instead of like actual like women's underwear, but she just wore some tidy whities around the house? Imagine being that dude that's thinking you're gonna get like a G-string or something. And you pull out, like Kane's fucking underwear. You're like, what the fuck is this? I wore it.
Yeah,
right. I mean,
dude, there's a market for that shit too. That's the thing. Man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like, I mean, people want shit with like shit skids in it and all kinds of stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes are fucking nasty. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah,
fucking animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see that episode of YMH where they played the clip of the dude that was like in his bathroom? His wife was there, so he was trying to be quiet, and he was like, "Oh yeah,
oh yes, yeah,
oh there's her ass." You know what I mean? It's like dudes are
so weird,
gross, dude.
So weird. I mean, it's just like, why are you sneaking around and doing that? Just tell your wife you're into it and just do it or whatever. Yeah. I mean, that's whatever. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the one guy they had a video of it that was licking the boot on the subway, like just
licking
a boot on the subway. And I'm like, whew, Man.
I mean, I've eaten shit on the ground I dropped on the subway, but that's not the same thing.
Well, this guy just had a woman's boot that was dirty and was just
From the
licking
subway.
the shit out of it.
Those black, like fucking like military style boots. Yeah, just licking the fuck out of it on his way home.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's amazing. You want to take a break? We're an hour in.
Whatever.
I want a cigarette. You know I want
I
a
know
cigarette.
you want.
God damn it. Yeah.
All right, 10 more minutes. No.
No. Fuck you.
That's
you guys
fine.
can talk for
That's
10 more minutes.
fine.
I'm gonna go smoke.
We'll take a break.
Okay.
He'll come up with some more funny shit to say.
No, he won't. I'm pretty sure he's tapped at this point because it hasn't been funny for about 20 minutes.
Oh god damn! You just hurt my feelings left and right.
All right, we'll be back in roughly 10 minutes.
And we leave the stream running. We just put up a sweet little.
Yeah, so
cover
turn your
thing
mic
there.
down if you don't want anybody to hear what you're saying.
Fair enough. All right.
All right, dog. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Right. Bye.
Hey, everybody. We'd like to take a minute to tell you about a really cool podcasting app called Stitcher Premium.
Yeah, Stitcher Premium is, like you said, a free app, and they've got everything you could look for: true crime, comedy, pop culture, The Office ladies. I think Conan O'Brien's podcast is on there. There's lots of things on there.
And archives of all those things.
Oh, yeah. And smart lists.
Yeah, the smart list. That's what I was about to say, you fuck. Smart lists basically will watch what you're listening to, or say listen to what you're listening to,
Right.
use some fancy algorithms, and make recommendations on shit that you already like.
Yeah, so if you go to stitcher.com/premium and use the code B3F, you can get a month free. So it's $4.99 a month or $34.99 if you pay for a full year. But use the code B3F and you'll get a free month.
Check it out.
Y'all there? Okay. All right.
We are back.
All right.
God damn it. That was a little more than 10 minutes, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
If
probably.
it was or not.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite part about what?
I was gonna. Sorry, I was gonna say I tried phoning in Quint and try and save the day, but he is occupado.
That's fine. That's fine. I was going to say, now that we've completely broken any momentum we have, shall we continue?
So I was just thinking about, so we're talking about going on vacation, how we were going to do recording for them, and how we said earlier that we don't really say who we work for or whatever, because that, and you know, one thing is like, I don't, like, some of my family knows I do a podcast, like my wife and kids know, and
Well, I hope
And-
so.
right. Well, I mean, only one of my kids lives at home, so I mean,
Yeah.
so the other ones I could be secret, except for one of them sitting there
Right.
doing the camera switching. So, but
Olivia really should start listening to the podcast.
I don't know that she should. I don't think it's her thing, but we'll have them all on at some point.
Yeah.
But like your family, everyone in your family knows, including your fragile grandmother.
They do now. Yes.
Like I've not told my dad.
Yeah.
Like obviously, because I just don't want to deal with the questions.
Yeah.
Like if I knew I would never get questioned for him and wouldn't have to deal with that judgment or whatever that comes from him,
Mhm.
then it'd be fine. But I don't want to deal with that.
So
But,
what happens if the podcast ever just magically happens to break?
you know, then I don't care at that point, because I could go, yeah, but look how much money I'm making on it.
Yeah. What if it wasn't a lot of money though?
Well, if it's popular, I don't care.
Okay, that's fair.
If it's super popular, then fine. If he finds out, he finds out at
Okay.
that point. But it got me thinking, like, so he and I both had to move some stuff for my sister last weekend. So we each had a trailer that we were towing from her house to Knoxville.
Mhm.
And he said, hey, can you send me your address? 'Cause we had to park the trailers here. And I sent him my contact card. And as soon as I hit send on the text message, I went, the podcast email address is in my contact card. God damn it. God damn it.
I doubt he noticed.
Maybe he didn't.
Yeah.
We'll find out when we go on vacation in a few months.
That's fucking awesome. God, I hope
Yeah.
so.
No, well, you know,
I
it is
hope-
what it is. At
I
this
hope
point.
you get to deal with as much fallout as I did. It wouldn't
know,
be as bad, but it would be pretty
That's
rough.
what, if he says to him, I was like, Dad, there are 35 people that love my podcast every week.
Well, so like, does your family like not really like your podcast, or you just feel like they wouldn't be approved? Because I've had my mom on our podcast. and
Really?
that was- yes.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had my mom on our podcast, and it was basically Quint just kind of stood back and watched, but we had her on, and it was just the typical shit that, because whenever we have a family dinner, it's my brother and I ganging up against my mom mostly, just giving her shit and whatnot. And then if my dad, my dad just sits there, he doesn't say shit, but he just laughs, because he doesn't want to pick a side, you know what I mean? Whenever it's just like giving her shit and whatnot. But that's something that I want to have my dad on as well, because whether you realize or not, these podcasts are kind of like a time capsule, I guess.
Yeah.
Being able to have your parents on is always good, because you can go back and watch them. You know what I mean? I'm lucky enough to have both my parents still around, but
that is some sentimental bullshit.
It is sentimental bullshit, but like, I don't know. It was a good time.
That's funny. We're gonna have my dad on at some point.
I would have my mom on.
Yeah. But we both come from very, very, very conservative Christian backgrounds.
Yes.
And families are like that to a large degree still. So my dad would come on and be fun as shit. I think my dad would come on, and your mom.
Yeah, because your dad has no feel. My mom wouldn't be fun. That would be fun for you.
Yeah.
But it would be, but there's, I honest to God think, especially with some things that have happened lately, I think there would be some tears.
Yeah.
And not
that would be so much fun.
Yeah, I think there would be some tears and some arguing, because I mean, and I've said it on here before, like my mom was at times physically abusive.
Right.
And
which you probably deserved.
And borderline mentally abused. One time she was absolutely mentally abused. I told you about the time that she spanked my sister and I, and then handed us the belt and said, "I have not been a good parent. You have to spank me now."
What the
fuck? I see exactly. That's how a healthy person responds. What the fuck? I mean, but
my response is, that was awesome.
No, but the thing is, like, I'm glad that I was not old enough to go. I'm glad that I was not old enough to think that she just had a fetish or something like that, because that's a whole different type of abuse. But it was me and my sister, and so I was maybe 10, and so my sister would have been 6 at the time, and that was just insane.
Yeah,
But yeah, my mom has this delusional thought of the way things were. She told my sister one time, when my sister moved out of the house. Who is this?
Sorry, that is.
Oh, that's you. I was like, who the fuck? Is not me.
Yeah, sorry. No, that is my.
Wow, all that professionalism just right out the fucking window.
Gone.
It's Quint. Quint.
Tell him to get his ass over there.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna get it here. I'm gonna mute myself. You guys keep talking. We gotta get the setup real quick.
Yep.
Fucking best guest ever. Why didn't you just have him call our goddamn phone?
Yeah, really.
The number's at the goddamn bottom of the screen.
I wasn't expecting him to call me.
Got our asses beat, Will says. So that's my brother, Will. I don't remember us getting our asses beat by. So he's we don't have the same parent. We're stepbrothers, and I don't remember us getting our ass. My dad spanked us one time, and it was a joke, like the way he did. Like your dad will beat the shit out of you. What?
There's Quint, guys.
Huh?
Quint, you're on with us.
Oh,
buddy.
hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, you flaky bitch?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know. Really, I'm a fucking asshole. Yeah, I know. Sorry, guys. I had a fucking emergency with my fucking job, and I had to go out and take care of that. I'm really, really sorry about that.
It's all right. It's not like we hope you get pink eye or anything.
Was someone fixing to like die or freeze to death or?
I legally cannot let them be out of service for my job.
Okay, legally.
I'm like the power company. So
is that like the apps? The ads in the apps to say, hey, if you can do this, you're legally skilled. Is it the same kind of legally?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it really falls into that, but basically what I do is and you're going to say Hank Hill, and you're going to also be the funniest motherfucker on earth, because I've never heard this before. Right. And I deliver and I service liquid propane systems for commercial and residential areas.
Propane accessories. So 98.3% of the time that somebody says I legally something, they don't legally have to do it.
No, I know. I seriously,
they're wearing overalls.
They cannot be fucking out of propane.
So let me ask you this: if they were out of propane, would they die?
I don't think so tonight, but they legally cannot be out of it.
They probably can legally die.
So my question is what if? Well, I mean, what if they're out when you got there? Didn't that mean they broke the law, or does that mean you broke the law? I'm confused about the legality.
It sounds like they're not allowed to be out of propane.
If they ran out of propane like they did at 6 o'clock, and I leave them for like till the morning to go fill them, it's my ass.
Okay. So you have to. I just heard fill them.
You have to let them
the
fuck
only
you?
part of that I heard.
I was gonna say, Quint, I kind of alluded to earlier that you left us for a gay brothel. So
Yeah, that fill them work.
Oh, I got you. See, Cody was supposed to keep that a secret.
And I'm terrible at keeping secrets.
It's okay. I mean, I'm used to this by now. The only thing he's good is keeping my cum in his ass.
He sounds like he's 13.
Yeah.
13.
Oh man.
My mom says that I have to go and do this.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. It's okay.
No, I will say that Cody laughs like Seth Rogen's retarded little cousin.
A little bit.
I've heard that
Nice.
so many fucking times that people say that I laugh like Seth Rogen. I don't hear it.
No, you don't laugh like Seth Rogen. You laugh like retarded Seth
Rogen
Rogen's brother.
Dude, when is Seth Rogen gonna make another fucking weed movie? I'm waiting for it, guys. Come on.
Well, he's busy with his podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You know he has a podcast. Of course he fucking does. Whatever.
Yeah, he just signed that big contract with Spotify.
Oh, my God.
Did
He's
he?
like, guess what? Guess what? I'm Seth Rogen. I smoke weed, and I'm a cool fucking dude. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what was more fucking cringy, that he made like millions and millions of dollars off of smoking weed in movies, or he just like said, you know what, Trump? Fuck you, dude. I hate that shit so much. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Hey, guess what, Trump? You're racist. Let me light this spliff, bro. I'm fucking cool. Shut up.
Trump. Quint is not pro-Trump for the record. So
I was just gonna say, let's play three guesses who he voted for.
Probably
Dude, I'm
Jorgensen.
for it, man. Oh yeah. Got it.
I'm more concerned that he's in his mid late 20s and said cringy.
Yeah, that's
that's my biggest concern with
Quint is a shit posting edgelord, basically. Is describe him.
I'm not even an edgelord. I'm a fucking dumbass. Like I don't there's literally half the shit I say I don't even think. It just happens. I just type it.
It's like if Hunter had half the motivation and energy. Like, that's just what he would be like.
Quint frantically shit posts online all day, every day on his Facebook. He posts so much that Facebook notifies me whenever he updates his status or posts a photo, and my phone blows up every day. This motherfucker probably posts 20 to 30 statuses a day on Facebook.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's usually about like, hey bitch, how hard can that ass fart or something like that.
Yeah.
So when are you going to the synagogue and let them cut your dick?
Dude, they already got my ass. My credit score didn't even go up.
Oh, that's not what Cody said.
Well, no, yeah, I told him that you dated a Jew and your credit score went up 500 points.
Hey, try saying the whole word next time.
When they got me when I was a baby, it didn't even go up. You know that's how rabbis get their power, right? Yeah, they get babies' foreskins and they make a necklace out of it, dude.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of like priests getting their powers from fucking virginity of little boys. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
No, they just give them Hep C when they. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
Those in Catholicism.
Right.
Dude, Cody, hey Jamie, pull up that fucking article about like all them babies that got fucking Hep C from that rabbi. Because like,
who's Jamie?
Yeah, he calls me Jamie.
Okay, Young Jamie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the young Jamie. No, Quint, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but I'm not, it's like some people think I'm being just racist, but like, you know,
No.
like, there's at least an article. So
How can you be racist? You're dating a Jewish girl.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I can't. I'm one of the chosen ones now.
I don't think it works that way. I think you just have to go to purgatory.
Right.
Dude, it's really fucking cool because like. It's really fucking cool that I'm one of the chosen ones now because now I personally get an M16 to fire at Palestinian children. It's fucking cool.
Is it true that there are nickels in the vagina?
Oh, Jesus.
It's pretty what the kids say base. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh God.
Well, yeah. welcome to Quint, everyone. Like I said, he's really the talent on the show. I'm just there to prompt him.
I dropped the ball fucking last night. I've been exhausted lately. I don't know what the fuck's
Don't
going
sell
on.
yourself short. It was more than last night.
Do what?
I said, don't sell yourself short. It was more than just last night.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to see if any potential employers on here would want to, try to give me a comedy gig. I made a bit last night about like how I would just only do open mics and just like never be known.
All right.
Open mics, just do open mics for like 40 fucking years and only vaguely be known.
Yeah, that's actually sounds like a very attainable dream for you.
I've got a comedy partner for you.
Hey, listen, aim low, baby. I get my dreams done.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I can't be first. If I can't be first, I might as well be last.
All right, Ricky Bobby.
Some bitch. If I can't be the best, I might as well be the worst.
Oh, Jesus. It started out way up here, and it's just slow.
I just feel like this podcast is slowly just turning into us getting roasted.
not both of you.
Yeah, just me. Yeah.
Literally, my humor sucks. Like, I do not make any good jokes. Like,
what?
I literally make zero good jokes. Like, it's just all bullshit. Like,
well, now you're just being mean to yourself, buddy.
Well, I'm not being mean to myself. I'm being realistic.
Don't sell yourself short because like no one said anything about your jokes, and you're just completely like running yourself into the ground. So
I'm selling myself short like my pecker because here's the thing. I don't know much. Hang on. I don't know much about women, but I know they like shit on sale. If you're at a bar and you tell a girl you got a 2-inch dick and you show up with 3 inches of steel, she got a good deal. Am I wrong?
Is that your opener or your closer?
Depends. Which one gets me the pussy?
I also like how he just told me to hold the fuck on.
Heard that. Like, I know this is your show, but shut the fuck up for a minute.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to tell this joke, so fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I forgot you're in my domain now.
Yeah, this is Quint's first guest spot on the podcast, so
He's like, I will say, he's a funny version of Hunter.
That's it.
Yeah, Quint apparently.
I
was gonna say apparently they've got someone that they think would be perfect to be a guest on our show.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
I've never been liked, so
I can't imagine why.
Your streak continues.
Now you're a redneck with a mullet, and we're only overalls. So
I'm just glad you don't have a microphone to yell into tonight.
I wear overalls because I don't have an ass, and I got shoulders. That's it. I got like a frog ass, dude. It just goes down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
So I'm assuming that like you're calling in, so you're basically on the show now. Are you not going over to Cody's house to be on here live, or are you just gonna use this as an excuse? I was there.
I'm actually like 50 fucking miles away from Cody right now.
Oh, if you hurry.
Yeah, if you hurry, you might be able to make it in on time.
For some reason, they frown upon you driving a mobile bomb really fast.
That's crazy.
Another thing that they get really just irked about is when you do in your trunk. They get really pissy about that. I don't know why.
Dating a Jewish girl, driving a mobile bomb around. This could be an issue.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He laughs like a stoner.
I do?
Yes, you'd laugh like a stoner.
Dude, honest to God, if that fucking shit was legal, I don't think I'd ever drink again.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd
That's
fucking.
all the time we have tonight there.
Yeah, thank you guys for being on.
Dude, I'd become Seth Rogen. It'd be cool. I already got the podcast.
Oh,
yeah?
God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are you a Red's Apple Ale guy like Cody?
No, I'm not. I drink fucking Bird Dog.
What?
Whiskey.
That's whiskey.
Yeah, Quint's the kind of type of guy that's like 2 drinks deep and ruining Thanksgivings. We had a Friendsgiving 2 years ago, and Quint had probably 2 drinks. Like he just kept going.
7.
Yeah, he kept going downstairs and then coming back upstairs. Like I was in the kitchen cooking, and every time I saw Quint, he got progressively more drunk. And then he got to the point where everyone was just like, I don't want to hang out with Quint anymore. And then Quint's just fucking hammered in the basement by himself.
I would have shit myself if he'd have said, no, I'm more of a Manischewitz guy.
Yeah, no, Quint is definitely a lightweight. Yeah, he's definitely cheap.
Hold on a minute. I just figured it out. He's dating a Jewish girl because they need a Shabbos Goyim on the weekends.
I think I'm more of an oddity.
Is that what it is? You don't have to go turn the lights and the toaster and stuff on for him on the weekends?
No, it's
I told you, stoner.
No, it's more of an oddity. It's just like because like her dad was like a Brooklyn Jew, right?
Right.
And so they're like, look at this dumb fucking farmer with a fat cock I drug on. I'm like,
wow. I'm still caught up on the fact they had a Friendsgiving.
What, you guys don't have Friendsgivings?
You guys are they're young.
I don't
no,
have
they're
friends.
young. They're young. They're
Dude,
young.
The closer I get to 30, like my friends group is about 5 people wide. It's mostly my wife that has friends, and then they have boyfriends or husbands, whatever. So they drag them over to the house, and we just, commemorate in our misery, like these fucking bitches. But at the same time, like we have a good time.
Yeah. See, I universally hate almost everyone.
Yes.
I don't like spending time with my family. I barely like coming over here on the weekends. Like there's very few people's company that I enjoy ever. So that's a nightmare to me. Like consciously getting together. What?
Cody, remember the last fucking friend gathering thing we fucking had? Remember that time I got fucking blasted off mushrooms and I was talking like I was in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, this motherfucker took mushrooms the last time he came over to my house, and it's scary.
I'm having a good time.
He's worried about weed being legal.
I've honestly never been around.
They can't drug test me. They can't drug test me on the mushrooms.
They can't? Or
Well,
they don't?
They'll either have to take a fecal sample or a spinal tap.
You research this like a motherfucker?
No, fecal, motherfucker. Like I got shit in a cup.
Christ.
You can finish your story.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
imagine my ass on mushrooms, first of all.
No. I was talking to them, Quint.
No, I'm just saying. Imagine my ass on mushrooms, though. I was having a damn good time.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
Yes, 100%. His eyes, his fucking pupils were literally this fucking big.
Good shit. It's a great time.
Yeah, you never know what Quint's gonna do.
I was just kind of sitting and watching the fire, and people kept checking up on me like I was retarded or something, which I am.
I bet I could guess what Quint's going to do. I bet he's going to get drunk or stoned and just start really saying some racist shit. I got a feeling.
I'm not even that fast.
I read that book before.
They try to call me anti-Semitic, and it's like, what the fuck? I don't hate semis. I drive one for a living.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Maybe you will be an open micer for the rest of your life.
I know.
Oh my God.
The show was going so well.
I know.
God damn it, you just keep saying that. I just like, oh God.
I'm having a good time.
No,
I don't know that anybody
I'm
else will.
We try and be good guests, and sometimes you hit the mark, and I really blame the Reds because I've already finished my 6-pack, and it's just not.
Wait, am I ruining the podcast again?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, according to you, we're in your realm. So.
Yeah. Hold on just a second while I finish saying this shit.
Well, I was just being confident. I don't know if I'm actually in my own realm.
You know, the shitty thing is because he's calling in on Cody's phone, we can't mute him and just talk shit about him while he just rambles on aimlessly.
That's actually a game we've played with one or two guests.
Yes.
We'll have them on and we'll turn our mics down. And so they're talking and we'll just fucking make fun of whatever the fuck they're talking about while they're talking. It's a fun game.
Please don't do that to us.
It's an easy target, though. Like, it's too easy, though.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun. I will.
It's like kicking toddlers. It's not hard to do, but it's never not enjoyable.
Right.
Dude, how many toddlers could you beat the shit out of in like one round?
A lot.
No, give me like a number if you could get an idea.
Okay, let me see.
All right,
so
so
it would have to be until it stopped being fun. And so it would probably be in the realm of until there weren't any left.
What podcast did you steal this idea from, Quentin?
I'm just saying.
I heard this on another podcast sometime.
Really?
Yes.
Quint doesn't listen to podcasts. He listens.
Like, doesn't?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
either.
He listens to Come Town. That's about it.
Okay. Well, I know at the end of your podcast episode, I heard him say something that was straight from your mom's house. So that's what I figured.
What?
I heard him say, "Remember that pee is stored in the balls."
No, that's me. Wait, what? Did I rip that
I
off of,
heard him say it as well.
did I rip that off of your mom's house?
Yeah.
Well,
If you didn't hear it from there, you didn't rip it from him. But I have heard specifically how many toddlers do you think it would take before you couldn't win the fight?
Well, he didn't say how
Everybody said that, though. That's not like a fucking one
Sure,
person
it's the
show.
same general premise, though.
that's not an exclusive premise to one person.
No, I get that. But do we really think Quentin came up with that on his own?
Yes, I did. Literally, everybody's like, "Okay, baby, haha, punch." Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not like a fucking like big Venn diagram of like trying to like come up with what would be fun to kick the shit out of because I can't. You know?
God damn.
Okay, let's come up with one on our own. How many pregnant women can you punch? Like one round.
Depends on how many can I reach that big ass pregnant belly.
Yeah, you can punch either or. It doesn't matter.
Well, see, it just depends though, because if you hit the stomach just right, you might crack a knuckle on one of those baby skulls.
That's true.
So it really depends on
That's
the
true.
caution you're willing to take in the target.
I'm just saying, if you use the soft spot like a fucking ashtray, you can't read and do it in the second grade like me. All right.
Oh my god!
This episode off the rails at this point.
Who's watching this right now? That's what I want to know. Who's watching?
I don't care.
No, I do. I care. I want to.
Somebody who likes watching shit just go right off the fucking rails. Like, well, that was a waste of my
You called me.
No, dude, we're fucking with you guys. He's fun to shit on, but we're having a good time. It's good.
Good. Yeah, because I'm definitely sitting here like, no, they're never gonna talk to us again. We're gonna have them on our show, and they're like, no.
I was gonna say you better goddamn have us on your show.
Yeah, you'd be the first podcast. No, you wouldn't. You'd be the second podcast to have us on your third podcast. Sorry, I forgot. Trevor had us on his, and Troy and Trevor together had us on theirs. So
Yes.
It would be the third. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. We got like, like you said earlier, about 30 people that like our podcast.
Yeah,
hold
I
on,
get
hold on,
it.
hold
We
on.
can't be on their podcast till like July. but
Yeah, right. Because
still.
they're booked for like the next 7 months with fucking other important people. Jesus.
No, the funny fucking thing about that is I like trying to network, A, just to establish a network, and then B, hopefully, eventually I'll get on somebody's podcast that's bigger than ours, so it like helps our numbers. But then I'll go and look at these other podcasts after I talk to somebody, and they've got like 5 listeners or something like that, and I'm like, why?
See, Cody has a business sense, and what I want to do is try to accuse every single guest of being a Holocaust denier. Just
You mean you're not?
wait a minute, you made a really bad tweet about 6 million. I don't know about that. What do you mean by that? Like,
I like that.
Quint wants to do. We've talked about several times about doing a public interview type deal where we just go out because there's K-State University is in Manhattan. It's a D1 college. And he wants to just go out there and just accuse people of random shit. We'll just stop them on the street. And one of those is being a Holocaust denier and just seeing how it unravels.
You're going to set up a table? Hey, you deny the Holocaust. Prove me wrong. Is that what it's going to say? Going to be one of those?
Yeah, because just imagine a dude in overalls with no shirt on with a mullet just coming up to you with a camera in your face and just claiming that you deny the Holocaust in today's day and age.
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
Now we've talked about similar.
What about my other sketch where I wanted to like hire a bunch of people with Down syndrome and put them in one of those like Chinese New Year dragons, and then Yeah, hang on, just let me finish. And then I want to make him go to a Chinese restaurant and order food in the Dragon.
Oh my God.
I've never heard that before.
I think you just came up with your next bit right here live.
I don't know where it would go from there. I just think the premise is funny. That's about it.
Yeah. You should go with that one.
Yeah. And then we'll never have jobs again.
Cody, it sounds like he's got this figured out. You should probably set this one out.
Yeah, just pull out the camera and just shoot. That's all I got to do.
I also thought
to live. Why can't I just borrow him for an hour or two? Like,
all right, Quint, let them talk for a second.
it's fine.
No, it's fine. We're only
What? Jesus Christ, I don't know.
Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll drop service soon.
This is borderline like our lost episode that we had to pull.
Yeah.
Like there's just a lot of shit being said that we're not saying, and all we can do is laugh and think about how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
We're just like, we're not airing this.
I'm totally gonna air this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we might even overdub some racial slurs and put them in over shit that you guys are saying.
Come on, man.
I was telling Steven the episode I was listening to of yours the other day was Quentin said something. I don't remember what it was, but you bleeped him as if he said the N-word.
Yes.
And then continued to do it. And to me, that was funny because he kept trying to say I didn't say the N-word and you just kept bleeping him like you did. And I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, no, like I have to keep the soundboard away from Quint because I don't know. Do you guys use all 8 or whatever buttons on your guys' board?
Sometimes,
yes.
We haven't reloaded. We do a yearly awards episode, and so I loaded all the pads up with award shit, and I've never put the other stuff back.
And I've got to say, Quentin, you're in the running right now for worst guest of the year. Years early, but maybe we could create a new one for like I don't know most
racist.
I don't know.
Damn it.
But I have to keep the soundboard away from Quint, otherwise he would just keep fucking just mashing the button. I created a clip where we actually used to have a button of just him saying gay over and over again. And so I made a clip of him just hitting the fucking gay button over and over again. Because Quint's kind of ADHD. We had to child proof, aka Quint proof, the studio whenever we got set up, because Quint walks in and just fucks with anything and everything that's in view. Whether it's
I'm really curious on how it works.
We have some stuff like that.
Hey, I'm gay, so stick
I'm just trying to. I just about hit somebody on a bicycle on a 2-lane country road, and I'm wondering if they're a crackhead or not.
Well, at least you tried.
I wonder what his pecker tastes like.
Probably like always be on that dick.
Well, thanks for having us on, guys. We'll have you on our show, and hopefully it goes better. Jesus.
No,
did we get kicked off?
No,
you obviously haven't listened to that many of our episodes because this is part of the course. And more entertaining than a few.
Train wreck, and you guys are just sitting there like these guys are actually imploding in real time, and we're just here for it,
dude. I wish I don't even know what to compare.
Well, my dream is that someone comes out of the closet on our show.
Yep.
That someone kills himself on our show.
That'll be me.
Well, maybe.
Fingers split.
You're talking like Kurt Cobain themselves, like straight up, like.
I'm thinking more like David Carradine, Robin Williams kind of thing.
Is that the dude that jacked off and died, or?
Yes, but he didn't die from jacking off. He died from the whole hanging himself.
Autoerotic.
Yo, how the fuck you hang yourself? Just like breathe, dumbass. Because that's not hard. Like I'm breathing right now, dude. Like how do you fuck up and forget how to breathe?
What?
By putting a belt around your neck and tightening it up while you jerk off.
Oh,
yeah, makes way more sense.
These young guys.
No, I understand.
No one respects autoerotic asphyxiation anymore.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really can't hear what you guys are saying, so I just kind of say what I think's funny, and that's how I do it.
I think we knew that.
That has been evident.
It's kind of muffled. It's kind of muffled and staticky, and I just hear you say like you're a fucking dumbass, and I just go, okay, I'm gonna keep on saying what I'm saying then.
Right. Well, that's because you're called in on you guys' line instead of ours. If you're called in ours, you could hear everything so well.
Hey, Quint, do you want to hang up and call in on their phone on their line? It actually probably help out quite a bit with their audio.
Give me a minute.
What?
Because I actually think I'm getting into a low spot right now.
It sounds like you've been in a low spot for about
Hey, wait, you're breaking up. I gotta win this award for being the shittiest guest.
I really feel like this is what it would be like if I was on stage for the first time and just absolutely bombing.
Is that what you seriously think, Cody? Is that what you think about me?
I think this is what it would be like if Quentin stood to the side and fed you lines.
Yeah, pretty much. 100%. 100%. I thought calling Quint was going to kind of save this interview. The first 45 to 50 minutes were good. And then we're sitting here at almost 2 hours. And I'm just sitting here like, why did I agree to do this? Because this is just not going well at all.
We're only at an hour and a half.
It was going very well until Quint called in, but I mean, it was going very well.
He's supposed to be the star of the show. I'm just sitting over here like, why did I agree to do this?
Now, see, here's the thing. You are selling yourself short because it really takes some talent to lead the other person in the direction you want them to be funny. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what he spends all of his time doing.
That's it. I lead Steven but Steven is way smarter than Quint. But I mean, but I lead him in a specific direction. And I'm sorry, Quint, are you in control again?
Don't talk down Steven like that. I'm sure he's a lot more smarter than me.
He's definitely a lot more smarter.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Steven is
way worse at this.
Yeah. So Steven's your Quint, and then I'm you. So.
No, that's not even fair. That's not even fair to Steven. And I'm fine with people shitting on Steven. That's not even fair.
You are way funnier than Joey is.
Yeah, no, Quint's basically this like loose cannon that I just try and aim it in a certain direction, and then it either hits or it doesn't.
Yeah, well, I got to say though, I'm still upset that you've so far been nominated for Joke of the Year so far, and that really upsets me.
I know it does. Like I'm telling you, like I'm perfectly fine with them calling you the cutest one, and I mean calling you the funniest one, and then you just sliding them in every once in a while.
Yeah,
and people going, man, that was really good.
No, that was amazing. I don't even remember the whole context. I remember
the context.
Well, I know what you said. I just don't remember the context.
The context was a question from someone that said that their wife had died 11 years ago.
All about the morning and all that shit.
And they were dating someone, or they had married someone 3 years ago. And the wife, the current wife, got upset when she saw pictures of the old wife. And somewhere we got to the point where I said, well, you said, I wonder what, did he have his old wife cremated and on the mantelpiece? And I said, well, he had her made into a fleshlight and
fucked it. Yeah.
There you go. I'll be here all night.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit longer.
Hey, now they're using their goddamn sound effects.
I know they've completely taken over this podcast.
Yeah. So hey guys, thanks for tuning in tonight to the Redneck Review. We have the B3F podcast on tonight.
Oh my god. That's what happens when we have another person with a roadcaster.
I know.
It would be nice if you had it online and you could mute all their functionality.
I can turn it down. The only reason why I have it up is I've done quite a few other podcasts, and they always listen to our NPR segments, which Quint just fucking whiffed on last night. But
yeah, I did.
They listen to our NPR segments, and so they always want to do an NPR segment. So I just have it there just in case. But
yeah, see, we haven't taken that much interest in anything.
Yeah, no, not at all.
We're just giving you guys shit, man. We're having a good time. We really are. Just to make you feel better.
That makes me feel a little bit better. Maybe I won't jack off and cry tonight. Maybe I'll just jack off.
Why would you not cry? Better lube.
Well, I'm glad that you're having a good time.
So the man working the cameras has laughed more tonight than I've seen him laugh in several weeks. So
yeah.
Oh, thank God. Thank God, because I really thought we were bombing.
Sweet. Hey,
no. Hold
you guys
on.
are following a great guest to follow.
No, he's laughing at you guys, not with you at all.
No, I want him to do that.
Well, you're in luck.
I got a question about that guy that his wife died, right?
Oh God, here we
Okay.
go. I don't know what he's gonna say.
Do you think she could suck start a D9 dozer?
What?
Maybe. I mean, hell, I can suck start a Prius.
Probably can't do it while she's dead.
Where you at?
Damn, I'm trying to right now. The fuck you have?
Oh God. Is that your pickup line?
Yeah, it's like, hey, bitch. Let me taste how your day went.
You finally got there. It took a second, but you got it.
He just heard dead air, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm about to deliver on this one."
Yeah.
Hey, bitch.
And then immediately,
what's can I tell you how your day went?
And then immediately follows up with, "You missed that time."
See, that's not what I was gonna say. You beat me to it. I was gonna say something.
I'm a master of getting pussy.
Right?
Are you? All right.
Yeah.
No.
God damn it.
The best part of this is seeing Cody's reactions.
It's just
Well,
so.
it's because I can't hear that. I don't hear well in general. That's my problem. I'm like half fucking deaf.
It's just so cringy because I know that I'm going to go back and listen to this episode of your guys' podcast, and then I'm just going to have to turn it off at some point because I'm like, we just bombed super hard, and I've never bombed in front of people before, you know?
You never have?
No.
I've been a disappointment my entire fucking life. It's easy.
Will you please tell about how you got your mic turned off at Animes?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wait, so like the first time or?
The first time, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, the first time it happened is because I learned about, there's these fucking dildos that like inject eggs into people, right?
Okay.
All right.
And because like apparently like when people watch the alien movies, they're like, dude, I think it'd be really cool to get face fucked by an alien, I guess.
Yeah.
And so they came up with that, and I only told one really halfway decent joke in that, and people were like, what the fuck is going on? And the only decent joke where I got laughs was like, anyway, Sigourney Weaver, like top 5 women that could choke me out in Arby's restroom.
Yeah.
All right.
That got some laughs, and that was about it. And then I basically like panicked, and it ended with going like, yeah, anyway, so that was like the worst deviled eggs I ever had in my entire life.
Okay.
It was like a 4-minute long fucking joke.
That joke did just as well right now as it did on stage.
And they turned your mic off for that?
Yeah.
I assume they turned your mic off because you were super offensive.
No, they turned the second time it was because around the time like where I did stand up was like a lot of the more like the progressive like bar in town, right?
Okay.
Which is what I mean by more progressive is like they leave the KKK hood in like in the car instead of on the bar stool.
Right.
Gotcha.
So like I was going in there, and around the time is when Demi Lovato came out as like a recovering heroin addict, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I came in and I was like had sweat through my fucking jeans, my shirt, like I was out digging gas lines all day, right?
Yep. So you came in looking like a disgusting piece of shit.
Yeah. And so I went up there like on the fucking stage, and I just opened with this like, I don't know if you guys been outside or not, but it's hotter than Demi Lovato's spoon out right now.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
They promptly
took mic off for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Easy. I mean, not progressive, but I don't know if they cut your mic off for that.
Yeah.
No, they fucking straight up did, dude.
Wow.
They asked me not to come back, and so I grew a beard, and I came back like 3 months later, right?
All right.
Gave him a fake name. And I went up on stage, and at the time, there's like a local radio show that was like having this fucking walk for Alzheimer's, right?
Right.
And it was like every other fucking radio ad was this goddamn walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was I went up on stage and they're like, so there's a walk for Alzheimer's, and some people started to laugh. Some people were getting kind of pissed off. I paused for like 5 or 6 seconds. It was like looking at some people, and I was like, that's right. I'm trying to see if I can tell the rest of this fucking joke or not. And like, you know, people are laughing. Some people were getting pissed off, and then I waited another about 5 seconds. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I forgot how it went.
I mean, that's not bad, but what you should have done is, so there's a walk for Alzheimer's, and then wait a minute, and then go, so there's a walk for Alzheimer's, and that's how you deliver that joke.
Nice.
That's how you deliver that joke. You don't go, I forgot how it went, because Alzheimer's people don't remember that they forgot.
That's true. That's 100% correct. Yeah. Well, and so what got me kicked out that time is some just fucking massive ham planet bitch like stood up in this purple dress, and she was just like, "You're a fucking piece of shit," and I don't take hecklers very well, and I was just like, "Listen, Grimace, you're gonna have a fucking heart attack. Do it on topside. I don't think I can drag you out."
That is, I'll tell you, that's top 20 heckler comebacks that I've heard. Honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It is.
That's pretty good. I'm going to assume that they probably didn't know who Grimace was, though.
No, I think they did because she got pretty pissed off.
Oh my god!
She's gonna eat my ass, dude. Like,
yeah.
Oh god!
I just felt sorry for the motherfuckers in front of her. I thought her gut hit them or some shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god!
Big old fucking boiler on her.
No, we got it.
The fupa, as they say.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know if you guys got her.
No, we got it. We understood the first.
Which
time.
one of you motherfuckers have I been texting up to here? By the way, has that been you, Cody?
It's been me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You don't know you're getting coherent sentences back. You're not sure who you're talking to. You get a text message back, and she goes.
That's how I become that's how I get interviewed. Come in, be a douchebag, leave. Boom. That's how you become famous, baby.
I'm telling you, man, he's a funny hunter.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, you guys are definitely have to send us his contact information.
Yeah, I mean, and we shit on him. He was one of our earlier guests too. Like,
yeah,
he was one. We bet him if he ever had the most listens on an episode, he could come on in person. And he somehow, I'm pretty sure he listened to that shit on repeat in his basement. But he came in person, and that's just a tradition now. We shit on him because he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
you know, we hate him.
But he does a couple podcasts as well. So
yeah. We never announced him in Friends of the Show. I just realized that.
No, he does Don't Tell My Mom podcast, but he also does a little bit of stand-up comedy on the side.
Yeah.
Used to, I don't know if he still does or not.
Well, it was funny because last night, like I said before, we had on an actual professional stand-up comedian on, Adam Nutter. He's an admin for one of the podcasting groups I'm a part of, and we were running through our normal jokes and stuff like that, and he just absolutely cut us down. Like we were trying to tell jokes that we thought were funny, and he was like, "Yeah, that's the basic like amateur open mic sort of joke that you would take." And so like last night in real time, we figured out that we're just fucking hacks basically. So I
knew that,
but I don't recommend having on a professional comedian when you're trying to be funny because they are way better at it than you are. And
right. So we'll find out in about 3 weeks.
Fucking competition. Like, that's my question. Like, you're just telling jokes. Why is it a fucking competition?
It's not really a competition, but I'm like subconsciously comparing myself to them. I'm just like, oh, I'm not cut out for this at all. It's a good thing
that's so gay.
But it's a good thing that it's podcasting because you can't see the actual audience. So you're just kind of just yelling into the void, and then basically your feedback or laughs or how many downloads you get per week, and it's just not going good.
Well, but also though, if with a comedian guest on, if you do feel like they're funnier than you could edit all their shit out and make them sound like they're stupid pieces of shit. That's completely fine.
Like an hour episode, and just
having a super funny guest on is ideal because then you don't have to kind of press and try to get more out of them.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe. Like we took Hunter like his first time when he over the phone or Zoom interview, and we chopped it up before he came back on, and we made it like this super like racist manifesto type of interview for like sound like he was
racist
saying,
and gay.
Yes. Well, yeah, racist and coming out of the closet shit. And then then we did on his intro, hey, in case you didn't hear his last episode, here's a quick recap of a segment of it. And then we played that of him being like, yeah, I have this manifesto. I don't like interracial marriage, and I'm recently coming out of the closet. And, it was,
see, but I made your guys' job a lot easier. You don't edit a lot of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, we don't hate you guys yet, so that's
Right.
been good.
You don't hate us yet?
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase it. We don't hate Cody.
Right.
Oh.
No, what's going to happen is we'll release this episode Monday. We'll tag them in some posts. They won't share it because they're afraid they bombed, and then we'll hate them.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. Like it's bombing is right up our fucking alley though, because we get emails from people and just like that.
Yeah,
last
call us
episode.
Oklahoma City.
Well done,
Well
sir.
played, sir.
Well done.
Bravo.
That was.
Give me a golf clap. Give me a golf clap. Fuck yeah.
That was a winner.
Speaking of that, I gotta fucking clock out. I'm like literally clock out of my job, so I'm gonna have to drop you guys. Thank you for having me on. I hope I made you guys get some sort of content, I guess. Or
No, don't leave yet.
He's gonna go clock out. Oh no, don't go.
yeah, all right, let me clock out. Let me clock out real quick.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, hang on. No, I'm still here. I'm still
Oh
here.
god damn it.
But no, I mean, you guys seem really fucking hilarious. I'm definitely gonna check you guys out.
Well, we goddamned are. Oh shit.
Oh god.
I think he's the first guest that's ever told me to like, no, hold the fuck on.
It takes a lot of balls to do that, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of forgot like 3/4 of the way through it that we were the ones being interviewed.
3/4 of the way through at the
so
very
you thought
fucking
you
beginning of it.
You thought you didn't show up for your own podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's happened in a time or two.
Oh, okay.
No, I forgot we were the ones being.
Wait, hey, you coming tonight? Oh shit, we got a podcast tonight. Yeah, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Today's Saturday.
Well, but we do our shit on Friday, and so I'll message him like 20 minutes prior, and I'm like, "Hey, you coming, bro?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I forgot we had a podcast this week."
Do you guys record weekly or it's like every other week?
Yeah, it's weekly. Yep.
Okay.
So we record Friday, do the live show Friday, and then release the audio on Monday.
Okay, that's what we do, except Saturdays and Mondays.
Yep.
G. Nielsen just emailed me back. He said he'll be drinking Irish whiskey.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll try to get a specific.
Nice.
I'm just name dropping now. In case you guys made it this long. What?
I'm really dog shit at podcasting.
Obviously.
No.
I just think it's fun. I mean,
Your mom probably thinks you're great.
No. Added me off of Facebook.
What?
When I used to be on Facebook, my mom unfollowed me and blocked me on every social media platform, so it's fine.
No, my mom was like, I'm getting tired of you talking about your penis on Facebook. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to stop.
Right?
And somehow I feel like that's the exact conversation that went down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, I'm not going to stop. Like, she's like, okay, well, I'm going to add you. Okay, Mom.
That's fair enough. Oh my
All right.
God.
Quentin, you got to clock out. You got any parting words for us?
Well, no, I already clocked out my job, but I can clock out of this too if you're done with my ass.
No, you said you needed to let us go so you could clock out. So we assume you needed to let us go so you could clock out.
I ended up filling it out while I was being quiet and like using all 3 brain cells I had.
At what point were you being quiet? I'm very confused by this.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
The one of the best parts of this is seeing Cody's face. I will rewatch this video on Wednesday because this is beautiful right here.
It's just Quint saying a lot of shit and be like, God damn it. You can plainly see that in my face, like, oh, there's a dead end. Oh, he just said
maybe you should have called me, dude.
No, you needed to at some point because I was just absolutely not doing well. I had too many reds, and then started to try and tell stories and then forgot where I was going, so I just dead ended it really hard.
That happened one time, and we just gave him shit for it.
I think so. I don't think it was as bad as you think it was.
We probably should start.
Yeah, I think you're being a little bit too hard on yourself, Cody.
Not as hard as I would be if I was there, but there's still a lot of, I don't know where it went. It was going so well. It was all going so well.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know where it went wrong. I think it's when I answered the phone.
No, we need to start though putting as part of our disclaimer on top of adult content and adult language, like we will make fun of you incessantly throughout the podcast unless you're a celebrity and we respect you in some way.
Respect you, prepare to get shit on.
Yeah.
Well, that's
we've given
be interesting or we'll make fun of you.
Yeah, no, we've given just about everybody a hard time at some point. We've gotten rants back on a few, but like Will Willis didn't take your joke well.
He did not take my joke well. He did not. We had Will Willis on in December, and we're both big fans of Will Willis
From Forged in Fire. If you guys don't know
the former host of Forged in Fire, and he said something, and I don't remember what it was, and I said, well, I mean, now the way Trump's doing, you could probably be brought into his cabinet, because this is at the time that Trump was just firing every fucking body, like collateral damage. I said you could probably be brought into the cabinet.
It set off a good 30 to 45 minute Trump rant. It
set off a pretty good rant about how he supports not necessarily Trump, but just anyone in office. Like, I support whoever the president is because that's the president. Why wouldn't I want that person to do well? Kind of thing. And that's a respectable stance to take. I mean, that's a mature stance. I'm just
saying the rant was beautiful.
But the rant was beautiful. And I think, and when it got done and we took our break and went outside, and I was like, well, I think he hates me now. But the second half of the show was very enjoyable. It was great. I mean, he was a good guest, but I think I pissed him off for a moment.
Yeah.
You said one thing and then just 30 minutes later, you're like, what the fuck just happened?
See, we love that shit, because then we don't have to do anything. We just let him fucking rant, and people love that shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, you just say, "Are you mad, bro?"
Yeah, that's what we did.
Dude, good job. I'm proud of you guys. I'm glad you took one out of my book.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
I took one out of his book. I'm absolutely younger than my oldest child.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I can't decide whether I really like him or I think he's a giant cunt. I think it's a little bit of both.
He's the guy you want at your party, but you want him home before he's just completely trash.
Yes, that is 100% how I view Quint. You want him to be entertainment, but the second that he just goes over the edge, you're like, get out of here, please.
Yeah, once the sun goes down, you need to go home. I need him there commentating on the cornhole game, but I need him going home afterwards.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Never been that bad at your house, Cody. I usually maintain being drunk.
So how often do you guys hang out in a non-podcast capacity?
Zero. I exploit for his entertainment value, and then that's it.
Okay. The reason I ask is with your friends fucking giving and a couple other things. Like, I assume like the only time I ever see Joey, I think I've maybe been here one time in the last 3 years that it wasn't podcast related.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, there's every once in a while. Pre-COVID, we would meet up downtown
like
for a bar. We went to a hockey game a couple weeks ago and things like that. But yeah, for the most part, it's podcast and that's it.
Yeah.
I really wanted to. Well, pre-COVID, there was going to be Joe Rogan in Wichita, Kansas. Ow.
Sorry, no, it's my fucking app, my Mac. Continue.
No, pre-COVID, me and him were going to go see Joe Rogan in Wichita, but obviously that shot shit. But besides that, I mean. We hang out for like little things like that. And one time he picked me up from the airport because he's a sweetheart and in the city. So
yeah, no, basically my wife's the social one. I'm the one that just wants to stay the fuck home, and she's the one that's like, let's have a white trash bash. Let's have a fucking luau.
Oh wow.
So I get dragged to parties at my own house, and I'm like, why are there people outside? We're having a party today. I didn't know that. So
hey, speaking of socializing, my girlfriend's been trying to get a hold of me, Cody.
Okay.
Hey, can you have your girlfriend call in?
We had her on the podcast one time, and she brought in this. It was probably a 10-inch black veiny dildo with balls included with a suction cup.
We're going to say a menorah.
No, she brought in a whole bag of sex toys. And then because the first probably 15, 16 episodes was me just talking about how Quint likes to get fucked in the ass and Quint getting very uncomfortable about it and denying it profusely. And then we had his girlfriend on and she brought in a whole bag of sex toys that we couldn't show on Facebook. Otherwise we would get instantly post blocked.
Right.
But yeah. So the whole theme of the episode was about how she pegged him and Quint was completely emasculated throughout the entire.
So does she peg him?
No.
That's what, yes, she does.
It sounds like it.
At a minimum, he's getting finger blasted once a week.
That's right.
No. No, she doesn't.
Dude, have you never had the prostate milked?
No.
What the fuck? Dude.
I just don't want stuff on my ass, man.
Until you've had a finger in your butthole, you haven't lived. Let it happen. Just relax and go with it.
I know it's supposed to be cool and everything. I just don't want to do it.
Dude.
How do you know you're not gay unless you fuck a guy?
I'm like, what?
How do you know you're not gay unless you fuck a guy? Just having a finger in your ass doesn't make you gay.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not scared if it makes me gay. I just don't want anything on my ass.
Why not?
I just don't. Like, it's just like a thing. I just don't want that to happen.
Hold on. Think of it this way. How amazing does taking a giant shit feel?
I mean, it feels pretty good. I know where you're going with this. I just don't want a finger on my ass, dude.
No, I'm putting it in reverse, man. It's the same thing. And then you got your old fucking prostate going. You get a little pressure, a little wiggle on that bitch. Next thing you know, you're fucking hitting the ceiling with that cum. It's fucking sweet.
He sounds like a 12-year-old. You're trying to sneak, trying to talk into sneaking out at night so you can go to a party or something. He's like, I know, but I just don't wanna. I just don't want to do it.
You just got to relax and let it happen. Make sure she trims her nails, and then you're good.
The only problem is I know if like I ever let her do it, I'm gonna have to like she's gonna give herself a nickname like the Hebrew Hammer or something.
So what? That's not a new nickname for Jewish people. So who cares?
It's not, but I just think I just don't want to hear it. Like, you know what I mean? Because she'll get so much mileage out of it. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Well, that after you do it one time, that asshole's going to get all kind of mileage out of it.
So you're going to get a lot of mileage out of that load. I tell you what, if you let her do that, we'll have you back on to tell us about it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, every now and then, you just got to let her play with your tingle button.
Oh, man. I'd feel so proud. Man, maybe I should get my ass fucked to get back on the show to get proverbially ass fucked.
No, you don't have to get it fucked. You just got to get a little, just one.
Yeah,
finger.
a finger's not getting an ass fucked.
I know he can see it. Cody can. It's just a little of this.
That's it.
Just a little of.
I just don't get what her I'm not asphyxiation.
His girlfriend is a amateur bodybuilder, so she definitely ripped the pants in the relationship.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think that's why Quint has a really big aversion to talking about anything to do with his ass.
So she could basically pick him up and fucking spin him.
Kind of.
You can't do that. No, I'm a fat ass, dude.
What's her name?
Sam, it's a dude's name.
Oh, all right. Sam.
One of them gender neutral names like
Goldstein? What? I just wanted to find a picture to see how much of an amateur bodybuilder she was.
I think
She got posted in a couple like Facebook or Instagram posts of like hot girls that they wanted to fuck, and I was like, all right.
I like how he's been trying to get off the phone, and we haven't let him now at this point.
Oh no, he took over the show. I'm taking over his fucking phone call.
No, it's funny because you guys' exchange right there sounded exactly like Quint and I. Like, why don't you want to get fucked in the ass, dude? And he's just like, I don't want to. Yeah, but it's great. No, I just don't want to.
Right.
Well, because I don't want to is not a reason. That's what you want. That I don't want to do it. Why do you not want to do it? Because I just don't. That's not a reason.
Right. Yeah, you got to use your
Cody.
words.
I'm really not that this is making me uncomfortable. I really do need to go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Yes.
What's your closing joke when you go on stage?
What's my closing joke when I go on stage?
We want it now. If you're leaving, you gotta get it off right. That's what she said.
Oh fuck! Oh man, way to put me on the fucking spot.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go on stage, that's not really putting you on the spot. You should just know what your closer is.
No, I don't have a closer. That's the one problem. I don't know how to end shit.
Okay, well, what do you typically tell last? What's your last joke?
Well, so normally I would, like, people that don't know me, I'd tell them, like, I'd usually come up on stage in fucking overalls and shit, right?
Yep.
And I said, I realize I've been telling you guys a lot of jokes about farming and everything, but I said, there's one thing I didn't tell you about it, about how that, there's a stigma about how, like, all farmers are fucking, like, rich and shit, right? Well, that's kind of the fucking opposite. We're more like we had to fucking rob a convenience store to be poor. And then usually just like end shit right there, dude. I literally do not have any.
Quint. That's a very strong closer.
Fuck you, Cody. You can never make jokes. At least I make shitty ones.
Oh, Jesus.
One could argue you should know your strength. So, Quentin.
I don't have any closers off the top of my head, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I'm exhausted.
Quentin, what's your opening joke?
He said his opening joke twice.
Opening joke? I don't fucking know, man. I don't have any material right now.
Obviously.
Anything off the top of my head, man.
All right, go talk to your girlfriend.
All right.
Give your girlfriend our number.
Yep.
Tell her to call us.
And tell her I said I miss her.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that, man.
Just tell her shalom for.
No, what?
You said tell her we said shalom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you guys for having us on. Seriously, though.
Yeah, man.
I had a good time.
Yeah, we really enjoyed having Cody on.
That's good. I'm glad. He's a good guy.
Can't hang up on him. Just can't hang up on him. He says he needs to go, but he keeps talking.
No, I just hung up on it. It's fine.
Okay. Oh God.
No, but you talk about stimulating the prostate. Do you think if you put your thumb over the tip of your dick, your cum would act kind of like a garden hose when you restrict the low? Do you think you could get a stronger low?
No, you can.
You have to pinch it.
Not from the thumb over the tip, but if the right compression in the right spot can give you a little
right on the perineum.
Yeah,
I don't know what the perineum is.
Well, let me draw you a picture. You got this right there.
Oh, okay.
A little pressure right there, and then
right where your head meets your shaft, basically.
You got to get the timing right.
You got to get the timing right.
If you hit it just right, dude, you'll hit the fucking wall behind you.
Just blow out your asshole.
Yeah.
Or the dog at the other end of the couch, whichever.
Yeah. I usually aim for the dog.
Yeah. It's like I hate it when I come on my cat instead of my wife. It's terrible.
Right? The wrong person.
Oh God.
Nope. Well, anything. So these guys got the Redneck Review.
Yep.
You guys,
Redneck News Entertainment on Facebook.
Yep.
Is the group,
and you guys are on Spotify.
Everywhere you can find podcasts is where we're at.
Yep.
Everywhere.
I
would guarantee you, if I looked, I could find a place where you guys don't have a podcast.
100%, because we only have like 9 platforms.
All the major platforms.
Yeah, all the major platforms. Yeah.
Well, you got anything you want to plug?
Not a euphemism.
Yeah, us. Not really. Yeah, just check us out, guys. It's TRR42069 on Facebook is our podcasting page. And then like they said, you can find us on all major podcasting platforms. We do the live show every Friday on our Patreon. It's patreon.com/TRR42069. And the audio comes out every Monday. So if you don't want to watch it live or call into us live, you can just catch it on Monday on all major podcasting platforms. And that's about it. I had a great time with you guys. Even though if I felt like we were bombing, I had a good time.
No, man, we enjoyed having you guys on, and hang on for just a second, and we're going to end the broadcast, and then we can talk to you for a second. So
sounds good, man. Yeah, appreciate it.
You go, Joey. You got anything you want to say?
No, I'm trying to think. What's the guy's name that's going to be on here next week?
Dude named Mike. I don't know how. I think his name's Sabi. He used to play a couple bands back in the 2000s. Was on the Warped Tour. An old musician and shit. He's a cool.
He's actually, as of right
he's
now, going to be in the
person.
room with us.
Yeah,
so that'll be nice.
Be our first in-person guest in a long fucking time
since Hunter back in the fall.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
all right.
I think it was Hunter was the last one.
Yeah. I think so. All right. Well, then anything else? I'm good. Go to the website, like, subscribe, review, buy a shirt.
Leave a review on us on the website because it's completely anonymous and really just shit on us.
Yeah, that's what we want. Tell us what you really think.
So, t-shirts. If you want a t-shirt, you'll have to hit us up directly because
this is all shit we should talk about at the beginning of the.
We should have, but we rushed through.
Yeah, that's whatever. Because I was so excited to talk to them.
If you want a t-shirt, you have to hit us up directly through email or message us online, and we'll get it to you somehow. Yeah. So,
or if you can think of a really cool idea, we'll send you one.
Yeah,
I'm not specifying the idea. Impress us.
Yeah, we got stickers too. You want a sticker? I'll send you a sticker.
All right. Gabe, you can hit that broadcast in whenever you want to there, buddy.
Until next time.
All right.
Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at B3F Podcast and on Instagram at B3F_podcast. Send us your questions or comments to bfff.podcast@gmail.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen to the show. And as always, thanks for listening.